Oh, and we are live again. Amazing. Amazing. What a beautiful, beautiful everything. My goodness. How is that even possible? My goodness, my goodness. You know, I set things up and then they always just try to change them. They just always do. But, that's right. That's right. How are you doing? Are you following your dreams? I definitely hope you are. And, are you happy about everything? Because that's what's most important, right? Absolutely. All right, it's not there. It's not there. What is this giant squid doing on my screen? So wild. Okay. So it's not supposed to be doing that. I see. There we go. Took a while. All right. Get organized, man. What are you doing with your life? So, welcome in, legends. If you're here early, you're already sharper than most of the internet. Tonight, we've got enough headline chaos to make the algorithm file a police report. Hit like, subscribe, become a member if you want the inner circle. Drop a super chat if you want your take front and center. You make this stream better just by being here. This is brand new news. Giant squid among creatures of the deep hiding off of Western Australia's Ningaloo coast, research reveals. Is this the biggest giant squid ever known to man? Just absolutely wild. Yo, Tara, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Curious the reason this one is not popping up. Let's see. Copy that. Maybe it'll pop up in a sec. But alright. That's good. Yeah, so this is a huge squid. Imagine the damage it could do. Just outrageous, right? Huh. Yeah. And what's Tim Dillon up to? We were going to see this earlier, but it's about time to see it right now.
Is this the fake one? We got to get the real one. Get the real one. That is funny, though.
You got those heavy breaths, girl.
I mean, this woman, just be less famous. There's a very easy answer for whatever this woman's problem is. Be less famous.
That'll help.
You can be less famous. Like, that's allowed legally. You can be less famous. Take a beat. You're oversaturating. I've seen this before. I've seen A-listers go down the tubes because they don't know when to stop shoving themselves down people's throats. Take a beat. Take a minute. Regroup. Grab your team. And by team, I mean children. And go make up dinner or something. The woman won't stop. And then she gets mad that people keep making fun of her. It's because she won't go away. You can be a bit less famous. Go on.
No, that's what it is.
Erica
She's
Kirk, friend of
in
the
the
show.
limelight.
That nothing will ever be enough for the evil in this world. Our country has become unrecognizable.
Because of the aliens?
Perverted the truth to the point that they motivated the murder of my husband. They have continuously tried to assassinate the president, and anyone who stands in their way is labeled hateful, racist, fascist, and every other trigger word that is grossly dishonest. We want the best for our country. They don't. This is
She doesn't. All right, just pause it. She doesn't have to do this. Like, take up this mantle. It's getting to a point where, I feel bad for this woman. I really do. What happened to her husband was horrible. I don't know her. I've never met her. I know people that know her. Some of them like her. Some of them think, I don't know what's going on. Some of them are confused. I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why she's choosing to continually be everywhere. She's like everywhere. Like, you got to take a minute. Slow it down. I'm not telling you to stop. Slow it down. That's the great lesson here. Slow it down.
It's pretty important.
Take a beat. Take a minute. Take a breather. This is a full court press. We don't need it. Because if you put yourself out there, people are going to go, listen, you're a political figure now. People are attacking her. Because the woman, this is not the way I've seen anyone personally grieve. Personally. I've never seen anyone grieve like, and I'm not judging the way people grieve. I mean, I guess I am. But people grieve in different ways. I've never seen this way. That's all. I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to say it. By the way, not being mean to her, not saying what happened wasn't horrible. I have personally never seen a human being grieve this way. I've seen people grieve many different ways, never this way. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That I've never seen a person grieve in this
Fred.
particular
she is,
way.
buddy.
This strain of grief is new to me. That is also, I'm adjusting to it. I think America's adjusting to it. And I think her beef with people is that we're not adjusting quickly enough to her way of grieving. We've just never seen this one before. This is a new one. Give us a minute with this. Let us adapt to this. Let us adapt to this way of grieving that, and if it's her way to do it, it's her way to do it. Far be it from me. I'm not trying to take away what she needs to do. I think people need to do what they need to do. And if this is what she needs to do, that's fine. I'm just personally confused, and I'm, a little shocked, and it feels a little bad taste. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Doesn't make her a horrible person. It's just a new way to grieve. We're all learning together what she needs in the moment. Free advice, as always, give advice free on the show. I do like you to pay me money in other ways, but free advice to her. Take a minute. Take some time off. Take some time. We all need it. Take some time off and then return with whatever you want. I don't care what you do. Write a book, do a one-woman show, go on tour. I don't care. If I'm her, I'm popping up again around Christmas.
We got Elmira jumping in on the chat saying Erica Kirk's father, Kent Francie, worked as a program manager for Raytheon, a defense contractor with U.S. government ties, including in Israel. Her mother, Lori Frantzvi, is CEO of E3 Tech Group, which has contracts with DHS and DOD. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So she's intertwined. According to your statements, she's definitely intertwined. Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Tester. What is this? Yeah, what is this? Someone's legacy. From Fred.
Taking the summer and a lot of the fall.
Oh, are y'all Team Kirk or not Team Kirk? We're going live every day of 2026. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications.
She's not going to want to pop up around Halloween. That's the devil's holiday to her. You pop up around Christmas. A lot of this will be probably forgotten. God only knows where we'll be as a country at that point. And you can just come back. It's fine. to come back, but you need to go away to come back. The people will be excited if you give it a minute. Go away, and then when you come back, it'll be exciting and fun, and people will forget about a lot of this behavior that they're confused by. So just do that. It's free advice to her, friend of the show. Truly, I don't know what's going on. That's really that's the theme of all things. Never met the woman, feels very odd to me. The whole thing feels odd. I guess there'll be a trial with Tyler Robinson and we'll all be convinced of his guilt. Right? I guess that's going to happen. And I guess when that happens, fine. I don't know that he didn't do it 100%.
How dare I not read both of Fred's comments? I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. Give me those comments. Give me those comments. Where'd they go? Here we go. Who cares? You think any of these elites... Is that the first one? Oh, I'm 50-50 on her, but people do grieve taking on someone else's legacy, and we've seen it. Just don't want to see it now. There's a reason there are kid shows made where someone takes after someone's legacy. Yeah. Does that mean she's going to take over Charlie Kirk's legacy? Is she going to be better? Kilgore KV saying, WTF are you trying to say, Sam Rose? Sam Rose. Okay, Sam Rose says, believe it when I be it. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say, bro. But thank you for being here. Definitely thank you for being here. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We are going live every day of 2026.
It smells off. It feels off.
Become a member. Throw in a super chat if you want. Keep this page alive.
For sure. And I'm not saying she whacked the guy. I'm just saying I'm sure there'll be a trial and everything will be put to bed and to rest and we'll all be satisfied with the results. Mm-hmm. If there's not an alien invasion first. I imagine if there's an alien invasion first, this trial and all other subsequent trials will get put on hold. Good night.
There you go. That was a quick one for him. In and out. He wasn't ready for anything else. He was just, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm so over it. And also, good for him. Right? So, Kraken's real, and it's off Australia's coast. There it is, right there. Scientists just found giant squid lurking in underwater canyons of Western Australia's Ningaloo coast. Without ever seeing one, using environmental DNA pulled from seawater, researchers detected squid traces in 6 separate samples, plus rare deep-diving whales, sleeper sharks, and a fish literally named the faceless cusk eel. In total, 226 species were documented. Dozens never before recorded in Western Australian waters, and some possibly brand new to science. The canyons sit 4,500 meters deep. That's deep. And until now, yo, how you doing, Kilgore? Nobody had seriously looked. Turns out the ocean isn't running out of surprises. We're just running out of excuses not to look. Almira says it's funny that they are safe in Japan, but Japan is the reason a lot of whales are dying. There you go. What's going on with the whales over there? I'm talking about dolphins? I know dolphins had an issue over there. I don't know whales had an issue over there. You can't protect what you don't know exists. That's a quote from the associate professor, Zoe Richards. Autumn says, oh no, that comes in my kitchen. It gets the broom and the little cook. You can get some squid meat, some giant squid meat in your kitchen pan right there. The giant squid, longer than a school bus, eyes the size of a pizza, and somehow still playing hide and seek with humanity. Longer than a school bus? That's just wild, honestly. Just imagine how big a squid has to be longer than a school bus. So wild. So wild. What's going on with Marco Rubio? What's happening? Talk to me, Marco. Talk to me. Got jokes.
Hello. Thank you guys for having me today. I'll be filling in for Caroline today, obviously. So I'll have a brief remarks here.
No offense to him, but Caroline's much better looking.
And then we'll get to your questions. As you know, over the weekend, the president announced this Project Freedom. And the goal of it is to, frankly, if you want to talk about it, it's to rescue like almost 23,000 civilians from 87 different countries that are trapped inside of the Gulf and left for dead in the Persian Gulf by this Iranian regime. You know, for more than 2 months now, these innocent sailors and commercial crew members have been stranded out at sea because Iran is conducting something that's not just criminal. It's criminal for sure, but it's desperate and destructive, this blockade of the Straits of Hormuz. Nations from around the world, the overwhelming majority of whom are not even engaged in any military hostilities, are now at risk not just of losing their cargo, but the lives of their own citizens because of this blockade. These ships, you know, you don't leave a ship out there for this long. You start running out of food, you start running out of potable water, essential supplies, and they're at the mercy of this piracy. What it is, it's piracy. And not only that, but some of them have seen, you know, been open fire on and rained down senseless attacks on several civilian ships already. So frankly, the way to put it, these are innocent bystanders. These are countries that, and ships and so forth that have nothing to do with any of this and nonetheless are being caught in the middle of it and being held hostage merely because Iran could do that, just because of, just as the regime brutally slaughtered tens of thousands of their own citizens for the crime of peaceful protest, because they're unhappy with the quality of life or the lack of quality of life in Iran today. And so they're sitting ducks, they're isolated, they're starving, they're vulnerable, and at least 10 sailors have already died as a result of it.
Somebody's not holding back in the chat. Clayton. All right, buddy. All right. What exactly did Clayton say? Quit hiding from me, chat. Where did you go? There you are. Clayton says, shut up, you terrorists. You didn't even like Trump, and now you switched because of money. You're a low-class human. There you go. Clayton's not happy about this guy. Yasmin saying the USA has become the new pirates of the world. They can't be allowed to even talk. Yeah, we got some strong opinions in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We're going live every day of 2026. Become a member. Throw in a super chat. Help this channel stay alive. Clayton's jumping in again, says, before you did what you did for Israel, the streets were open to everybody.
The civilian sailors. So already many nations
probably wanted to say the Straits. Strait of Hormuz.
Privately and some publicly have asked the United States to help free their ships and to restore freedom of navigation in the Straits of Hormuz and this critical artery of global trade. And so President Trump, as he always does, stepped up and answered the calls for their help. And he's directed the United States military to guide these stranded ships to safety, to provide a protective bubble under which they can operate and move product and get themselves out of there and out of harm's way. And this is the first step towards reopening the strait and bringing this regime's last-ditch act of economic arson, bringing that to a close. We're doing it not only because we were asked, but because we're the only ones who can.
Alexander, how you doing? Welcome from Austria, from America. Hello from Carinthia, Austria. Best regards. Cool, brother. Appreciate it. Leo saying Q saving Israel for last. Q. What is Q? QAnon? I'm talking about Q, man. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say, my man. My friend. Oi Oi says, I heard the IRGC had another great win a couple of days ago. They managed to put 6 more of their ship on the bottom of the strait. Yeah, buddy. There you go. Got that IRGC getting some wins, buddy. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member like Oi Oi. It's awesome. You get so many perks as a member. We got some private member live streams, which are so knowledgeable. We got Island Man files. There you go. Rolf Palmquist says, well, it worked for one day. Nat.
We have the power to sort of take the steps that we've taken now. Under this president, under President Trump, the United States will help our friends. We're going to stand up to rogue regimes like the one in Tehran, and we're going to be unashamed to use our power and our abilities to project military power in the service of our national interest above all else. Now, what's really important for you to report and for everyone to understand is this is not an offensive operation. This is a defensive operation. And what that means is very simple. There's no shooting unless we're shot at first. Okay, we're not attacking them, but if they're attacking us or they're attacking a ship, you need to respond to that. You're not gonna let some fast boat come up on a ship and shoot it up. We're gonna respond to it, and we've been successful at it. I don't know what the exact number is, but I know a number of those fast boats have now been targeted, and will continue to be if they pose a threat to our forces. We'll shoot down drones, we'll shoot down missiles, but it's defensive in nature. This is defensive. So if you hear stories about attacks and launching of firing back and forth, it's not back and forth. We are only responding if attacked first. This is a defensive operation, and that's what's occurring here. Just about the importance of the Straits for a moment. This is approximately a quarter of the world's oil trade, along with significant volumes of fuel and fertilizer that operate through the Straits of Hormuz. The Iranian regime cannot be allowed to dictate who uses this vital waterway. I don't think this is also being reported enough. Maybe you are.
The truth is stranger than fiction. Leo, absolutely. Sometimes it is, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But how do we know what is true and what is not true?
Reporting. I don't read everyone. I don't many damn outlets here. I don't know who you all are, but I mean, I know who some of you are, but I don't know all of you are. But I will say this about it. This is an international waterway. Okay, this is an international waterway. And international law is very clear, and I love it because everybody always talks about international law, and this international law on this is very clear. International waterways, no country can control them. There is no international law that allows you to say, I'm going to put mines in an international body of water and I'm going to blow up ships that don't listen to us and try to go through. That's what Iran is doing. This is a criminal act, and someone needs to do something about it.
Well said. We know the truth. We just have to remember it is within us. Absolutely.
Something needs to be done. It's completely illegal, completely illegitimate, and completely unacceptable. And that's why the United States military is...
Wait, jumping in the chat. The fiction has become the truth. Are you not entertained?
Guiding stranded commercial ships safely through the strait, and is working to restore freedom of navigation and putting an end to these efforts to hold the global economy hostage. So far, as a proof of concept and as a proof of function, 2 U.S. flag merchant ships have successfully transferred the Strait of Hormuz in the first stages of this project, and they're now safely on their way. The U.S. military is deploying the necessary assets to extend this defensive umbrella over commercial shipping. But there should be no mistake. And as I said...
That's a good question. Who started this, America? In which time frame? Like, what got us to this current state that we're in right now, or...?
Said this already, this is a defensive operation. I want to reiterate that point. This is important to understand. If no shots are fired at these ships and no shots are fired at us, we're not firing shots. But if we're fired on, we will respond, and we will respond with lethal efficiency.
There you go.
The assets supporting this project, by the way, include guided missile destroyers, over 100 land and sea-based aircraft, multi-domain unmanned platforms, and 15,000 of the finest military service members on the planet. These forces have already destroyed, as I told you earlier, I thought it was 6, it's 7 Iranian fast boats that failed to heed our warnings. And by fast boats, we're talking about, some of these things look like Boston whalers. Okay, Okay, so these are not like Navy ships. But nonetheless, they come fast at these boats, try to swarm them, try to harm them. We're not going to let that happen. So 7 of them now sit at the bottom of the sea, along with, by the way, the rest of Iran's Navy. That's where you can find their Navy today. And we're going to
Good question. Good question.
continue to systematically clear this passageway through the straits to restore freedom of navigation. Now, while this project steadily progresses, Operation Economic Fury, continues to impose maximum pressure on the Iranian regime and what remains of their already frail economy. Today,
Elm Bits dropping in on the chat saying it was open before you shook the beehive. Now negotiate with the bees. And get some honey if you can while you're at it. Very nice. We got some poets in the chat. That's amazing. Thank you for jumping in on the chat. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We're going live every day of 2026. Become a member. Throw in a super chat. It helps the channel survive. We're developing the best community on the internet right here.
today inflation in Iran is 70%, and their currency is in total and complete freefall. U.S. sanctions enforcement is stepping up. It's moving in lockstep with the naval blockade to degrade Iran's capacity to generate, to move, and repatriate revenue. It directly targets the regime's primary revenue lifelines. The blockade alone is costing Iran as much as $500 million a day.
Just imagine that, $500 million a day. Man. Just absolutely wild. We got a little bit of breaking news update. You know, we always try to get some breaking news. So, Iran war, China defiance, and Trump's next move, right? Yeah. How is that frame? Let me see how that frame's looking. Decent. I've seen better. What are you doing with your life, man? There we go. There we go. So the Iran war just went diplomatic and messy, right? China told its oil refineries to ignore U.S. sanctions on Iranian crude, invoking a rarely used 2021 law to legally block American long arm enforcement. What is that? Illegal Allen? Release the Island Man files? Bro, I do not have them. Iran's foreign minister flew to Beijing Wednesday for emergency talks with China's Wang Yi, the first high-level meeting between the two allies since the war broke out. Meanwhile, Treasury Secretary Bessent called China's Iranian oil purchases straight-up terrorism financing, demanding Beijing help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, the choke points still strangling global oil and gas flows. All of this just 1 week before Trump and Xi sit down face to face in Beijing. China is basically saying your sanctions, your problems. Yeah, exactly. Bring out the popcorn, y'all. While buying discounted Iranian oil by the tanker load. There you go. They're getting a good deal over there, right? Nicolette, how you doing? Good afternoon. From Tuscany. How many Americans are still supporting Trump and MAGA? Yeah, should we put a poll in there? I think it was 36 were in support of Trump, while 67 were not from our last stream. Yeah, so the Strait of Hormuz handles roughly 20% of the world's oil supply. It's been shut since the war began. The clock is ticking for everyone at the gas pump.
Lost revenue. 90% of total Iranian trade has been halted, causing permanent damage to Iran's oil infrastructure as wells are forced to shut in.
Leo asking, have you never seen the TV series The Blacklist? I have not. Would you recommend it?
And again, all of this is in response to their piracy. Okay, it cannot be that you have these straits and they blow up any ship that moves and the only ships that get to go through are theirs. You can't have a situation in which the straits are closed to everyone else, but they benefit from the piracy. That can't happen. That's why the blockade is in place, and that's why these sanctions are crippling them. Any foreign financial, and by the way, Treasury is now identifying and cutting off every dollar of revenue that's flowing to this regime. And so, look, any foreign financial institution or commercial actor that enables Iran's sanctions evasion is going to face secondary sanctions exposure and a loss of access to the U.S. financial system. As President Trump has said, and the facts clearly bear out, the United States of America holds all the cards. There is no scenario here in which if they decide to join a ladder of escalation, they wind up getting the last say. But our preference is for these straits to be open.
Captain Blackbird has joined the chat saying, bro said Trump is popular in Europe. Delusional for real, delusional. Connecting rabbit holes 2506 says Trump is even popular in Europe. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You would be surprised. I actually heard a lot of people being fascinated by Trump and wanting Trump to go to the UK right after he's done with his term in the United States. MAGA, MAGA, MAGA. MAGA everywhere. They just need MAGA. And if you remember, you can type colon, septum, colon, get a septum emoji. You can type MAGA and get a MAGA hat emoji. You can type Trump and get a Trump emoji. We're going live every day of 2026, so make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member, throw in a super chat if you want.
To the way they're supposed to be open, back to the way it was. Anyone can use it, no mines in the water, nobody paying tolls. That's what we have to get back to, and that's the goal here. Every day the conflict continues, however, our leverage on Iran will continue to increase, and their position will continue to weaken, especially as the blockade really begins to bite in conjunction with the sanctions. So, look, the time's come for Iran to make a sensible choice. And it's not easy for them to do that, obviously, because they have a fracture in their own leadership system. And apart
Nicolette says he is not popular at all. Believe me.
from that, I mean, the top people in that government are, to say the least, they're insane in the brain. And so we need to address that, and it's difficult because it's hard to get past that in their system. But it's important for them to make a sensible choice and the one that's right for their people. The president, our president, has proven time and again that his preference is peace. But Iran must accept the reality of this situation and come to the negotiation table and accept terms that are good for them but ultimately good for the world. The diplomatic path, if there's a real diplomatic path, I'm not sure it's going to be one, but if there's a real diplomatic path and we continue to explore it, Steve and Jared are working on that very hard. If there is one there, it could be one that leads them to reconstruction, to prosperity, and to stability, and to not posing a threat to the world. The alternative is growing isolation, economic collapse, and ultimately total defeat. I know what the right choice is for Iran. I hope that the people over there making decisions will make the right one. The last point I would make, and it really is important for them to understand this, is they really shouldn't test the will of the United States, at least not under President Donald Trump. He has proven time and again that he will back up what he says. And if they test him, ultimately they will lose. The hard way, the easy way, the long way, the short way, they will lose. And with that, it's time for your questions. So, Catherine, why don't we start with you first?
Hi, Catherine Harris, I'm an independent journalist. Secretary Rubio, have you seen any recent indications that Iran is willing to give up its nuclear weapons program that is credible, verifiable, and that would lead to an immediate de-escalation?
Well, look, this is a long-standing problem for them, right? I mean, they have wanted, they have always said they don't want a nuclear weapon. That's because they've always said that, they just don't mean it. And why do you say, well, how do you know they don't mean it? Well, we don't mean it because they're doing all the things, and historically have tried to do all the things that you do if you want a nuclear weapons program. For example, they innovate and try to innovate long-range delivery missiles that now, in some cases, are capable of reaching much of Europe. They build these large underground centrifuges for enrichment activity. There are countries in the world that are involved in the enrichment business, but these guys do it in mountains.
There we go. We got Philip457 saying, I'm from Australia and all my friends love Trump. Sounds like the start of a country song right there. Yeah, buddy. Thank you for jumping in on the chat, buddy. That's cool. Thank Trump for pulling us out of TPP in your first term. TPP. I am not familiar. Can somebody let me know what this gentleman Brad is saying? By the way, we're going live every day at 2026. Subscribe, like, become a member. Throw in a super chat if you want. Developing the best community on the internet.
Mountains and in caves and in hiding. They've always had secret components of their nuclear program undisclosed to the world. And we know for a fact that they retain highly enriched uranium at 60%, that they did so. And that has no civilian use, none, zero whatsoever. So they have an opportunity here to...
You got to open your eyes saying Trump is the savior of the world. All right, we got some Trump lovers in the chat. I love it. I love it.
Agree to something that will make it clear that they're not interested in. One thing is to say we don't want a nuclear weapon. Another thing is to do the things that prove you don't want a nuclear weapon. By the way, if what Iran wants is a civilian nuclear program for power plants and stuff like that, there are a lot of countries in the world that have that, and they don't enrich. They import the enriched material. You know, they could have that if that's what they wanted, but they're not acting like that's what they wanted. They're acting like they want a military, nuclear program. That's unacceptable. So that's the process we're engaged in now. To create, that's the object of this diplomacy, is to come up with some level of understanding about what are the topics that they've agreed to negotiate on. We don't have to have the actual agreement written out, and one day this is highly complex and highly technical. But we have to have a diplomatic solution that is very clear about the topics that they are willing to negotiate on and the extent and the concessions they're willing to make at the front end in order to make those talks worthwhile. That's what Stephen Jarrett and the whole team is working on, and I hope to have good news on it. That's the outcome we would prefer. That's the outcome we would have preferred a year ago. That's the outcome I think most of us would have preferred a long time ago. But that's not the option they've given us given their activity. All right, there's no way I can figure out who to call.
Nicolette thinks the nuclear stuff is a bunch of rubbish. Rubbish. My goodness.
Colin, I'm just gonna press right in the middle, right there, you right there, yeah. Right in the back row.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'll go to you next. I can't get everybody. No, all right, go ahead.
Thank you, Secretary Rubio.
Get going right.
Welcome to the White House.
What's that?
Talking to me, sir?
Yeah, to you, yes, sir.
Thank you. I have two questions on two separate issues that come
Do they
under...
get two questions for these?
Two questions.
There's a lot of people in here.
That fall under your umbrella.
All right, well, you can ask me two questions, I'll give you one answer. Go
Thank
ahead.
you very much.
And I'll pick the one I like better.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The first has to do with the blockade. There are lawmakers from both parties who claim the blockade is an act of war. What do you say to that? And my second question has to do with the fuel embargo of Cuba.
What do you think, chat? Oops, sorry. Captain Blackbird says they want to pull an Iraq 2.0 on us. Could be it. Could be it. Could be something they're not telling us. Definitely.
Cuba. How long, Mr. Secretary, will that last?
Okay, two things. All right, good.
Trump is the peacemaker.
But I'll answer both your questions because I like the second one too. The first one on the blockade, and so why do we have a blockade? We have a blockade because they shut down the straits. So I don't know which members of Congress you're talking to, but here's what I would ask them. I would ask everybody here. It's very simple.
Kenneth Scholler has joined the chat saying Trump's board of peace is just board of peace. Wham, dude. Wham. Got a poet. We got a poet in the chat. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Going live every day at 2026. Become a member, throw in a super chat.
These guys have shut down the Straits of Hormuz. This is what Iran is saying. We will shut down the straits. No one can go through. No country in the world can go through unless we allow you to go through, and you have to pay us. But our ships can go through, meaning the Iranian ships, as much as they want. That's crazy. Who would agree to that? So how are we going to have a situation where they get to close the straits to everybody, and the only people who are allowed to go through there 100% without paying anything are the Iranians? If you do that, they'll keep the straits closed forever. They're trying to make this some new normal. Okay, under no circumstances can we ever allow them to normalize the fact that they get to blow up commercial ships and put mines in the water. So the response to that is we're going to blockade your ships. If everyone's ships are not getting out, your ships are not getting out either. That's not an act of war, that's a defensive measure. It's a counter to what they have decided to do. You know what is an act of war? Putting mines in the water. Why don't the members of Congress, whoever it is complaining about it, they should be all over that. These guys put mines in the water. That alone, mining in the water is illegal, period, under any circumstances, and they've done it. But this is crazy stuff, but this is what they've done. On Cuba, oil blockade on Cuba. There's no oil blockade on Cuba per se. Here's what's happening with Cuba, okay? Cuba used to get free oil from Venezuela. Used to give them a bunch of free oil. They would take like 60% of that oil and resell it for cash. It wouldn't even go to benefit the people. So the only blockade that's happened is the Cubans have decided, the Venezuelans have decided, we're not giving you free oil anymore. And you can only imagine nowadays, the way oil prices are, no one's giving away free oil, much less to a failed regime. So the problem with Cuba is worse, okay? Their economic model doesn't work. Doesn't work. And the people who are in charge can't fix it. And the reason that I can't fix it is not just because they're communists, that's bad enough, but they're incompetent communists. The only thing worse than a communist is an incompetent one.
Ha, incompetent communist. Absolutely. Nicolette says R-O-L-F. Rolf. Haven't heard that one. I'm not familiar with it. If you can, please let me know what you mean.
And that's what, so incompetent communists run that country. They don't know how to fix it. They really don't. And we have 90 miles from our shores, a failed state that also happens to be friendly territory for some of our adversaries. So it's an unacceptable status quo, and we'll be addressing it, but not today. Okay. All right, let's go to the front, right there.
Secretary Rubio.
Yeah.
You are going to the
Well, Obama has been in the news because Trump is just taking all that limelight with all of his amazing speeches, allegedly. And Obama is taking some heat from Michelle because they can't really call Mr. Biden to make any remarks towards Trump. So they're calling next in line. Next in line is not Kamala. So, yeah, poor Obama, Hussein Barack, has to go up against that great MAGA man, Donald Trump, and Michelle is feeling it. She's so feeling it. And it's putting stress on Obama. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's wedding. So yeah, Obama's in the news allegedly now.
the Vatican to meet with the Pope. Is this an attempt to smooth things over with the Pope, given
James Barry dropping some facts, letting y'all know Marco Rubio can fly all over you with those big old wing ears of his. Big Mike, you mean? Why am I not getting that one? That one's hilarious, bro.
the rhetoric between President Trump and Pope Leo?
No, it's a trip we had planned from before, and obviously we had some stuff that happened. And no, look, there's a lot to talk about with the Vatican. I'll give you one example.
Diane says Trump is so jealous of Obama. Please let me know the reason. Let me know.
Pope just returned from a trip to Africa, where the church is growing very vibrantly. And we have shared concerns about religious freedom, freedom in different parts of the world. We'd love to talk to them about that. The topic of Cuba, we gave Cuba $6 million of humanitarian aid, but obviously they won't let us distribute it. We distributed it through the church. We'd like to do more. We're willing to give more humanitarian aid to Cuba, by the way, distributed through the church, but the Cuban regime has to allow us to do it. They won't allow us to give their own people more humanitarian aid, and we're willing to do it through the church. So there's a lot to talk about.
And the president recently said that the Pope is endangering a lot of Catholics as a result of his rhetoric around the Iran war. Is that a sentiment?
Well, I don't think that's an accurate description of what he said. I think what the president basically said is that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon because they would use it against places that have a lot of Catholics and Christians and others for that matter. It goes back to the central point. I think the president, without trying to speak for him, but I think I can characterize it this way. He doesn't understand why anybody, leave aside the Pope.
Diane saying Rubio knows he better stay in line. If he says the wrong thing, he's out. What do you mean by the wrong thing? Let me know.
President, and I, for that matter, I think most people, I cannot understand why anyone would think that it's a good idea for Iran to ever have a nuclear weapon. Look what they're doing with the Straits right now. They're holding the whole world hostage. They have these sailors, on commercial.
Leo saying central casting, brother. Central casting. Does that mean this is all set up, like actors and all that type of stuff, or what do you mean by that exactly? User TT, how you doing, buddy? Remember all the aid to Haitian that was in a trailer that nobody ever saw? There you go. It went to somebody.
Ships that are going to starve to death out there, they don't care. They don't care that this is melting down the economies around the world, even of their own allies. This is what they're doing with the Straits. What do you think they would do if they had a nuclear weapon? They would hold the world hostage with that nuclear weapon. That's what they would do. They would do exactly to the world with a nuclear weapon.
Oh, bless you, Nicolette. What a lucky place to live. Saying, I am Roman Catholic, live in Italy. I have the Vatican next door, and I'm just fine. Living amazing. That's beautiful. I wish the best for you, and I hope it just gets better and better and better. What a beautiful place to live.
Weapon, what they're doing now with the Straits. And I think the president's point is how anyone cannot see that as an unacceptable outcome and an unacceptable risk is beyond him. It's puzzling. And someone has to do something about it. The difference between this president and like the 6 presidents that preceded him were that he's the only one that's actually been willing to do something about it. Everyone says Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, but you got to do something about it at some point. And he's been willing to address that threat. And that's what he promised he would do when he got elected, by the way, is address threats like this. I wish I knew your name.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary.
Can you put name tags on?
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary.
Who are you with?
I'm with Rubio Media Network.
Okay.
Mr. Secretary, the President has said multiple times that weapons were provided to the Kurdish groups to pass on the Iranian people. However, Kurdish political parties and the regional government says they have not received such weapons. Even some claim these weapons remain in the U.S. base in the region. Can you clarify who those weapons were given to and whether you intend to retrieve them or still want to pass to the Iranian people?
Yeah, look, ultimately, what the President is expressing, and I think has repeatedly, is he wished the Iranian...
I think Rubio is talking a little bit more about Iran right now, and not really mentioning Israel too much, Ryan Ford. Thank you for jumping in on the chat, buddy.
And people had, look, he's heartbroken by these images. You think about it, you're an Iranian, okay? You're unhappy that your economy doesn't work for you. You don't have freedom. You don't have an opportunity to express yourself. You've got friends that have been shot in the head because they're out protesting. And it's heartbreaking to him to see that these people are abused in this way and have no measures to take against their own government as a result of it. By the way, this goes back, if you guys remember the protests in 2009 where they slaughtered people in the street. This is a vicious regime, guys. Okay, these are people that hang people from cranes in the town square so everyone can see. They continue these executions of people and have continue to do so for over a decade and a half now. And so I think what the
Gary McDonald has joined the chat saying Marco is awesome and best pick for JD's VP in 2028. And maybe the Pope should grow a pair and stand up for all Christians that are being persecuted. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Yeshua says the same things are happening in the U.S. What is this dude talking about?
The president is expressing is the desire that he wishes the Iranian people had an ability to fight back against some of these things that are happening to them. And I would view that as distinct and separate.
Island Man has some files with Bush Sr. way back. Is that true? Oh man, we got a historian in the chat. There we go. User TT dropping some knowledge.
From the specifics of this operation that was ongoing before it concluded, and certainly different from the operation that's going on now. Right there in the...
Regarding Colombia, Mr. Secretary...
Right behind you, not Colombia, right there. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Secretary, thank you so much. On Lebanon, are we in a ceasefire or less fire? And the second question, do you think you would be able to achieve an agreement between Lebanon and Israel without risking a civil war in Lebanon? What are you doing to risk? What are you doing to...
No, I got it. I got the gist of your question. So look, here's the challenge with Lebanon, okay? There's no problem between the Lebanese government and the Israeli government.
He's like, listen, woman, listen, woman. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Quit talking so much. Just quit. Let the man speak.
Government. Israel doesn't claim any land in Lebanon belongs to them. And by and large, I think a peace deal between Lebanon and Israel is imminently achievable and should be. The problem with Israel and Lebanon is not Israel or Lebanon, it's Hezbollah. Hezbollah operates from inside of Lebanese territory. They terrorize and attack.
Aaron Williams, subscribe. Welcome on board, buddy. Happy to have you here. That's so cool, man. Yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Going live every day of 2026 and become a member. Throw in a super chat. We are developing the best community in the chat on the internet. That's right. Thank you, Nicolette. So happy to have you here as well. And we got Captain Blackbird here too, brother. Oh, yeah.
Israelis, but they also are inflicting tremendous damage on the Lebanese people. The reason why Lebanon gets attacked by Israel is because of Hezbollah. Because Hezbollah is hiding in some house, launching rockets against Israelis, and then they get hit. So what you're seeing now is Israeli responses.
Leo saying Trump is brilliant. Man, Hezbollah, just get yourself out of that area in Lebanon. But it's not that easy, right? It's not that it's a little complex calculus going on over there. Very, very complex.
To either attacks or perceived threats. And this is going to be, this is not new. This has been going on for a very long time. What is our hope? Our hope is to engage the Lebanese and Israeli governments under, our mediation at the table to achieve this. And that is having Lebanese armed forces and a Lebanese government, not just with the willingness, but with the capability to begin to challenge Hezbollah and disarm them. Because the Lebanese people are also victims of Hezbollah. And by the way, on the topic of Hezbollah in Lebanon, who is behind Hezbollah? Why do they exist? They're an agent of Iran. If you go to that Middle East and you identify every problem, Hamas, Hezbollah, to some extent the Houthis, obviously, and others, behind every one of these groups is Tehran. So apart from the nuclear weapons, apart from all these other things, these guys are behind all the bad actors. Hezbollah is a wing. It's an extension of Iranian desire to destabilize the region. So we're very committed to this process. It's not going to be easy. You're asking me a complex question. You know this has been going on for a very long time. It's not going to be easy. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that both sides continue to talk so that progress can be made on some sort of permanent ceasefire that isn't constantly spoiled by Hezbollah and by Hezbollah violence. Right in the middle. I'm winging it, guys, okay? Right there, yes.
You mentioned the 2 U.S. ships that safely crossed the Strait of Hormuz. Are other ships being told it's safer to get back to regular levels, or are we still going to see limits in place for the foreseeable future?
For obvious reasons, I'm not going to broadcast who we're talking to or who we're telling them to move. I mean, we want these operations to be safe, and I think as it unfolds and ships get through, we'll make those announcements after the fact, just for operational security purposes. But the goal here is...
So interesting. We got an ex-Muslim from India, now a Christian, and I respect Hinduism too. What made you change and transition from that? Trump would get a Nobel Peace Prize, says Aaron. Took the way to Christ. Good for you, man. Good for you. Here we go. Diane jumping in the chat saying, Trump needs to focus on his country. Trump needs to keep his nose out of the country's business. That's right. That's right. What about fix good old United States before you start doing something in another country? How about that? Well said.
Pretty simple. Establish a zone of transit that is protected by a bubble, the United States, both naval and air assets. And then allow ships who want to move through there and get to market, to begin to increase confidence in the ability to do so. That doesn't happen in 12 hours. It takes time to set up that bubble and gain that confidence, but that's the goal. We have been in touch. We've been in touch, I don't know, with a bunch of different liners about moving. And
oh, Lava Turtle has joined the chat. How you doing, Lava Turtle? Good to see you. Good to see you. We got Oi Oi saying Trump is focused on his country, America.
We're hoping to continue to improve the security situation, and we'll start to see some of that movement, and we'll announce it as it happens after the fact.
Very cool, ex-Muslim Purple. Very cool, man.
We're not going to be like broadcasting, hey, tomorrow at 12, ship X is going to be coming through for obvious reasons, because that degrades the security. But we feel confident we're going to be able to achieve that. Look, it's not going to solve the whole Straits problem. It's going to solve a lot of it, but it's important to challenge what Iran is doing now. Guys, again, I wonder if you take anything away today.
Is Trump and Marco Rubio going to happily take Cuba? Think that's going to happen, or nah, not really.
I can't tell you what to write, but Iran cannot be allowed to normalize this control of the Straits. It's completely unlawful, illegal. It's outrageous. And every country in the world should be joining us and condemning it and doing something about it. But the United States has stepped up and is trying to do something about it.
Regarding Colombia, Mr. Secretary, we've had several tourists.
I'm sorry. We'll see if we get to Colombia today. Go ahead. You guys have an election. Why don't you wait till after your election?
Mr. Secretary, John Michael Ross with Daily Mail. I was curious if...
Extreme is never too good unless you got an extremely gnarly septum ring, right? Then it's alright.
About your meeting with Southcom earlier, there was a picture, a map of Cuba behind you.
Absolutely. TV does program people, unfortunately.
What did you discuss with Southcom about Cuba? And do you have any updates on?
I'm not going to tell you what I discussed with Southcom.
but it had to do something with Cuba.
No,
what
Cuba's in Southcom. You know,
Fair
it's
enough.
the closest part. And so the second point, I was there. Our ambassadors were in from the whole Western Hemisphere. I was addressing them. Meeting the general who just took command of Southcom. And there happened to be a map of Cuba. And I said, it'd be good if we took a picture in front of that map because it's like the closest thing in Southcom to the United States. So there it is. We have maps of other countries, huh?
About Greenland. Any update on Greenland?
No, they didn't have that map there.
What type of effect did that have whenever you stopped watching TV a long time ago? It seems like whenever people stop watching TV, they tend to have these more clear minds and more honest minds about themselves and their body and their mentality and so many things. So kudos to that, Captain Black. Kudos to that.
In the red, right there in the red.
In the red, okay. Cristina de Telemundo, Mr. Sec. Can I ask you in Spanish or can I
Yeah,
ask
you can answer in Spanish. You
Muchas
can ask
gracias.
me. They'll have to translate for them what you asked
Well,
me.
I'll say it in English,
Okay.
and if you can answer in both languages. Today I checked the webpage of the State
She's putting him to work.
Department, and there's still a $25 million bounty on Diosdado Cabello, the Secretary of Interior, for drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. I was wondering if that has been put on hold or if you're negotiating with President
This is a heavy one. Leo's dropping in on the chat saying people had a chance to step up to be a president, but nobody has the cojones. Should we run a poll? Would you ever run to be POTUS? Give me some heavy metal, man. Good idea.
Delcy Rodriguez to turn him over.
Yeah, I don't have any updates for you on that. The website is what it is, and that's where it stands. That policy hasn't changed. But guys, I mean, let's be mature here a little bit. I'm not going to tell you about what we're talking about with the leader of these countries.
El Departamento de Estado sigue considerando a Diosdado Cabello un narcoterrorista y un narcotraficante, como dice en la página del Departamento de Estado.
La política de Estados Unidos en ese tema no ha cambiado, y cuando cambie te dejaremos saber. The politics of the United States on that, the policy of the United States on that topic hasn't changed. When it does, obviously we'll inform you, but I don't have any news for you on that today. Right there in the green. I'll get to you guys. Right there in the green. Are you guys all the TV people?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go. I'm learning. They gave me a little map. I don't know where I put it of the people here. Some of you had like red X's. I'm kidding. No, that's not true. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. The average price of gas in the country right now is
Yeah.
$4.50. Do you have a thought on how long Americans are supposed to...
Oh. Where's that, flaming microphone right there? Bam. Katsukiko says, we have a map of other countries, he say. Bet he can't even name any. Roasted. Watch out. We're going live every day. It's 2026. That's what it is. That's what year we're in. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member, throw in a super chat if you want. I love you. We love you. The best community in the world right here on YouTube.
kind of accept this? Do you think it will affect Republicans' majorities in the midterm?
Well, I'm not going to speculate on the politics of it. You can tell me. I mean, look, it's obviously being driven by global events. That was true during the Russia-Ukraine war as well, where you saw that come up. It's one. Look, we don't benefit from the straits as much as other countries. I don't know if you've seen what the gas prices are like in other parts of the world that are really suffering big time. So we're very fortunate that the United States, I believe, right now is like the world's largest net exporter of oil and natural gas as a result, and not because of this war, but because we have this capacity. So we've been insulated to some degree. We're obviously still vulnerable to some extent to global prices, and so, but in the end, I mean, we're more insulated than other countries, even though that's not welcome news to Americans that are paying more at the pump, no doubt about it. And it certainly is one of the circumstances of it. There are people that were predicting would be much higher at this point, but we're not taking that for granted. Suffice it to say that think about it this way. Everybody needs to think about it this way. If Iran had a nuclear weapon, and they decided to close the straits and make our gas prices like $9 a gallon or $8 a gallon, we wouldn't be able to do anything about it because they have a nuclear weapon. And a nuclear-armed Iran could do whatever the hell they want with the straits, and there's nothing anyone would be able to do about it. And that's one of the many reasons, apart from like the massive loss of life.
Trump 3028.
And a nuclear strike, why Iran can never have a nuclear weapon.
Just Trump forever, man. Clone him.
I mean, so this is an example of if they had a nuclear weapon, they closed the straits and they would tell the world, what are you going to do?
There you go. They close it after you attack them. Why is he lying to us? For sure, man, for sure. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, going live every day of 2026. Become a member. Throw in a super chat if you want.
Do about it. We have a nuclear weapon. We can attack you with it. That's the world none of us want to leave behind. It won't happen under this president's watch, but some future president and future, you know, in the future Americans will have to deal with this. So just one more example of why these guys can never be allowed to have a nuctor weapon. Right there in the black. Right, you in the black. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Where you? No, right there. You both.
Great statement. Great statement.
Wearing black.
Thank you.
She's closer. No, you don't have black. You have blue on. I'm colorblind, but I know blue and black. Right there. Yes, ma'am. No, you. The first one I called on.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Thank you. This is chaos, guys. Go ahead.
Welcome to the White House.
You've long been a leading voice on human rights in China, and so including religious persecution and forced organ harvesting. So President Trump prepares to meet Xi Jinping next week. Do you expect human rights concerns to
I have no idea who Q is. Q explains it better. Talking about QAnon?
be on the table? Or
well, we always raise those issues, and they remain true. And I think we've proven in some cases it's most effective to raise them in the appropriate setting. But we always raise.
Wacky Head, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the chat, buddy. Captain Blackbird says, didn't bat a word about Israel having stolen nukes in secrecy and openly stating they will be prepared to use it.
Those issues are important to us, among with others, of course. But those issues remain prominent in our view and in our conversation about these things. And we'll continue to raise them in the appropriate forums. All right, let's get to the front. These guys are going to get mad. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Segment Kelly, Associated Press. You mentioned earlier that some countries have privately and publicly indicated their willingness to help with Project Freedom. Can you say how many have reached out to the U.S. with the offers of help and what kind of capabilities?
Well, I mean, thank you for your question. That's a good question. I mean, multiple countries have said we got to do something about it and fix it.
Is it like dozens or single digits or more than 100? Or?
I don't know. I don't put a number on it. I would just tell you that here's what I would say about it. The capabilities is the issue, okay? A lot of countries would love to do something about it. They don't have a Navy, right? Or they can't get there in time, or they can't. Others, are less, that some unfortunately do have a Navy are saying, oh, we'll be involved, but we'll be involved after it's over. Well, after it's over, it's kind of like, that makes sense. So.
Captain Blackbird says, I want to take him seriously, but I won't allow this hypocrisy. Yeah. Are there any politicians you can take seriously?
We'd like to have it. Now, there may be some utility in a post, closure mission. I'm not downplaying that, but I think that's been the challenge. But there are other ways.
Don't do too much of that. You might get some of those diabetes. You got to stay healthy.
They can help, unique ways that they can help. And I don't want to get into who these countries are for obvious reasons, because they are prepared to help us in certain ways, but maybe don't want that publicly disclosed for no other reason.
Pack talking points, a lot of them.
And it impacted foreign policy, it could have some domestic ramifications, but ultimately, I don't want to mislead you. The primary responsibility for this Project Freedom is on the United States because we're the only country that can project power in that part of the world the way we're doing now. We're the only ones that can do it, and we're going to do it as a favor to the world. Understand this. This is a favor to the world because it's their ships that are stranded. It's their fuel supplies that are stranded. By the way, it's their there's humanitarian aid destined for different countries in the world that's stranded in the Persian Gulf right now. It's the fertilizer that they need for their food and crops that's stranded in the Persian, not our fertilizer, their fertilizer. So we want to be helpful, and that's why the president stepped forward, because we're the only ones that can. Frankly, we're the only ones that can.
Mr. Secretary, on the rising oil and gas prices, the president has said that this is a small price to pay for getting rid of a nuclear weapon, but 10 weeks...
Everybody say thank you at 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
He's saying, are we any closer to getting rid of Iran's nuclear material?
Yeah, but look, here's the way to think about Iran, and this is what I described at the very beginning of this. What was Iran's plan? You have to understand what their plan was. Their plan was they were going to build this conventional shield where they would have so many thousands of missiles and drones and rockets that they couldn't be attacked. And behind that conventional shield that they were trying to build, they would then break out and do whatever they wanted with their nuclear program. They no longer have that conventional shield. Okay, we told you guys from the very beginning, and we're very consistent in this messaging. The operation that has concluded was going to destroy their navy. They have no navy left. They don't. Not a navy. They have small boats and Boston whalers, but they don't have a navy left.
Oh, Jos, how you doing? Good morning from Puerto Rico. Happy to have you in the chat. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. We're going live every day of 2026, developing the best community on the internet right here in the chat. And become a member. Throw in a super chat. I love you. The Lord loves you.
They don't have an air force. I challenge you. When is the last time you read or heard about an Iranian jet flying anywhere? They don't have an air force. Their missile launching capability has been substantially degraded, and their industrial base, their defense industrial base, has.
Regina saying President Trump making Iran great again. Mega, 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 mega. M-I-G-A. Make Iran great again. Did you see those hats? So many people were stoked about it. And then I don't see too much more stokedness, but they're kind of happy, but
has been severely, severely damaged. So their ability to build a shield behind which they could hide their nuclear program was wiped out. That's a very substantial achievement, and that was the purpose of this operation from day one.
Their nuclear material in order for this war to end.
Well, that's one of the topics that needs to be discussed. I don't know about. I think you're linking it. The operation is over. Epic Fury, as the president notified Congress, we're done with that stage of it. Okay.
Yeah, some of those anon people are pretty gnarly, man. Pretty gnarly. Good with technology, that's for sure. Respect. I don't want to be on the bad side of those dudes.
We're now on to this project of freedom. As far as a negotiation is concerned, I think the president's been clear that part of the negotiation process has to be not just the enrichment, but what happens to this material that's buried deep somewhere that they still have access to if they ever wanted to dig it out. That has to be addressed, and that's being addressed.
I don't know how to say your name, but question mark. There you go. Regina says Trump freed Venezuela. May the Lord bless the POTUS, Donald Trump.
In the negotiation, I'm not going to go further on what progress has been made on that topic because I don't want to endanger the negotiations, but suffice it to say that the president and this entire team is aware of the centrality of that question, and that will have to be addressed one way or the other. Right there. Right there. Yes.
We got somebody who loves Marco Rubio. How you doing, Abdul? Good to see you, buddy. How's life?
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Secretary. I have another two-part question for you.
Okay.
First, are you taking part in those negotiations that you just detailed there? And then secondly, President Trump has made it clear that the U.S. doesn't rely on the Strait of Hormuz. So why should Americans even care about Project Freedom and these shipping tankers going through?
Well, I think on the second point is the one I want to address first, and that is why should Americans care and why it matters to us? Because ultimately these things have an impact on the global economy, which ultimately has an impact on our economy in the long term. That's number one.
So thus far we have 75% of people would not enjoy being the president of the USA. Probably a difficult job, honestly.
Number two, because if we live in a world
and underpaid for how much stress you got.
Where a rogue state like this Iranian regime is allowed to claim as a new normal control of our international shipping lane, it will not be long before you see that happen in multiple shipping lanes around the world. I can identify for you six or seven vital shipping lanes around the world that some countries can decide, guess what, if Iran was able to do it, we're going to do it too. We're not going to start charging tolls. And it'll get closer and closer to us. That's unacceptable. We cannot live in a world. There's a lot of time and energy been invested behind the idea that international waters are free for the free flow of goods. The stuff we make in this country and export has to go through international shipping lanes. And for us to live in a world where a country can decide now.
I think earlier it was 36% do not support Trump and 67%. No. 36% do support Trump, and 67% do not support Trump. I think that's what the ratings were from our last stream. We can do another one.
We own the international shipping lane, and you have to pay us if you want to use it. That is a normal that we will never be able to accept, and that's what the Iranians are trying to get us to do. So we're doing two things about it, and we haven't talked about the second one enough. The second thing we're doing is we're going to the UN. Everybody loves the UN, right? We're trying to go to the UN, and we're saying, okay, countries of the world, condemn this. Say that it is wrong for you to put mines there. It is wrong for you to shoot at commercial vessels. Guys, that's what we're talking about here. These guys are bombing commercial vessels. They're not bombing naval vessels. They're bombing commercial tankers. It's just outrageous. That needs to stop, and it needs to end. And if it doesn't, then the world should be diplomatically and economically isolating Iran as well. But if we live in a world where global shipping lanes can be taken over by countries, that'll have a direct impact on Americans in the short and the long term, and we can't let it start by Iran doing it.
Student of war has no chill. He has no chill. He's just flaming that little microphone. What did he say? He says the 30% need to be brought in for some questioning, buddy. I got some questions for you. You better explain this to me.
And we're the only ones that can do anything about it. All right. Right there in the green. Go ahead. Yes.
Mr. Secretary, does the president intend to press Beijing on its Taiwan policy when he visits China next week?
I'm sure Taiwan will be a topic of conversation. It always is. As you know, we understand the Chinese understand our position on that topic. We understand theirs. And I think both parties, without getting ahead of myself of what will happen in the talks, but I think both countries understand that it is neither one of our interests to see anything destabilize happen in that part of the world. We don't need any destabilizing events to occur with regards to Taiwan or anywhere in the Indo-Pacific. And I think that's to the mutual benefit of both the United States.
Surprised he didn't say yet. Yet.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
TV, and nice to ask you a question today, sir. How does the State Department interpret the president's recent remarks when he said, quote, the Iranian people need to have guns, and I think they are getting some guns, end quote. What did he mean, and do those comments relate to any ongoing or potential U.S. actions like supplying those weapons?
Well, I think it goes back to the question I was asked a moment ago. I think the president thinks it's heartbreaking that the Iranian people are abused by this regime the way they are. In the end, I mean, this regime is not... Guys, I know I've said this. I think I said this in my hearing before the Senate when I got confirmed. I don't know of any country in the world where there's a bigger difference between the people and the people who run the country. Okay, this country is run by radical Shia clerics. And that's not what Iran and the Iranian people are. Now, they may be Shia, but they're not radicals and they're not clerics, and they just want a normal life and a regular life, and in many ways a very cosmopolitan country with an incredible history.
These are LE saying the Mexicans were here first. There you go, buddy. Todd saying no. The Mexicans were not here first. The native were here first. All right.
History, incredible history and incredible legacy and the like. So there's this huge divide between the people of Iran, whom we sympathize with, and who the president sympathizes with, because they're the ones suffering. Look, the world is a victim of Iran, okay? The world is a victim of Iran because they're terrorists, because of what they're doing now in the Straits. But the people of Iran are daily victims of the regime, and the president has deep sympathy for what they're going through. And I think he's just expressing that sympathy and that frustration that they don't have the ability to do more to get rid of this regime that has crushed this country and isolated it from the world, which is a country that shouldn't be isolated from the world because its people are phenomenal. All right. I wish I had like a dice. Go ahead. Yeah. No, right there, because I'm going to Italy. Voy a Italia. Déjame hablar con el señor. Okay. He's Italian. I know him. He used to cover Capitol Hill. You're Italian, right?
For many years.
For many years. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. So I have two short questions for you.
Oh, damn, two questions.
Two questions again.
First, as you head to the Vatican and Italy, how do you view the Pope's global role?
All right, we just started the new poll. And it is, do you support POTUS, Mr. Donald Trump? And we're going live every single day of 2026. So make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And yeah, if you want, throw in a super chat, become a member. It's so worth it. You're going to love it.
Role amid current geopolitical shift. And what are your objectives in Italy? Is this trip tied to recent remarks by the president suggesting Italy has not been supporter as expected? And the second one is about the Hezbollah in Lebanon. On a recent interview on Fox News, you raised some concern about stronger vetting within the Lebanese armed forces. What do you make? Can you elaborate a little bit?
Yeah, I've answered the first one about the Vatican. Look, I mean, the Pope is obviously the vicar of Christ, is a Roman Catholic, but he's also the head of a nation state.
There you go. We got Kamala Akbar is still no option. I don't know what that means, but I hope I didn't say something mean.
But it's an organization that has a presence in over 100-something countries around the world. And we engage with the Vatican quite a bit because they're present in many different places.
Oh, you're a member. And what do you benefit as a member? We have live streams, and these live streams are incredible. And we go over like lighting, audio, AI, all those amazing things. Design. We got some amazing designs that we just did. And you get these emojis. That's right, buddy. Right there, you get all those emojis. Yeah, and you get to be part of this amazing community. Big old family. And we're trying to find peace, trying to find love, trying to find the correct way to live our lives and just enjoy life together. It's a big, amazing community, and would love to have you on board. And so if you want to become a member, please become a member. It's so worth it. And we're taking requests for like visual assets and all of these things that we can help you with. So it's cool. It's a really cool group of people. I think you'll love it.
Places. I've already outlined to you 2 examples. We worked with the Catholic Church on the distribution of humanitarian aid in Cuba. We share with the Catholic Church a concern about the destruction of religious liberty, the persecution of Christian minorities, and also, the challenges that are being faced by Christians in Africa, where the
Go on and get it, Regina, saying President Trump brings peace to the world. There you go.
Pope just recently visited. So we have a lot to talk about with them, and I engage with them quite a bit on that front.
Happy to have you on board, Matthew. Happy to have you on board. Thank you for being with us, buddy. Awesome.
So the trip is really not tied to anything other than the fact that it would be normal for us to engage with them, and other Secretary of States have done that in the past. On the
W's in the chat from Matthew.
Second point about Lebanon, also a question that was asked earlier.
Yeah, so you get like a members only live stream, and it's really cool, really cool. We just did some designs. I'll pull them up actually. Oh yeah.
What was the Italian part?
About the expectation that the president.
Oh no, look, I mean the Italians have been involved for some time in training the police and in training their forces, so we'd love to hear their input on it. And in the way, look, we welcome everybody's help eventually. What has to happen in Lebanon, what everybody wants to see, is that you have a Lebanese government with the capability to go after Hezbollah and take the Hezbollah apart. There shouldn't be a Hezbollah and a government. There should be a...
Here's a little example of what we did. Let me see how that frame's looking. Oh, this one's cut off a little bit. So this is probably a little bit too large. I'll try to stay in the safe zone. But this is Captain Blackbird's logo. Captain Blackbird 1A logo. And this is another variation of it. And we have another variation. And another variation. And one of the most awesome ones. But this is probably my second favorite. And this is probably my favorite one. So there's like a lot of cool things happening. And then we have Damage. Damage won a free logo. Free to use it wherever. He likes muscle cars. The Cleveland Browns, I guess. He likes metal throwers. So we added some military things. And yeah, got some really cool ornate stuff here. Yeah. And then we got Cali Chica also won. So yeah, we go over like how we designed all these logos and things like that. So it's kind of like design, editing, and blah, 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 this and that kind of fun stuff, you know? Like, so if you have any recommendations of like what you want to learn or what you want to work on, then like either I can do it or someone can do it. And we're just like a big group of cool, fun people that just hang out and do some cool things together. And yeah, it's awesome. Would love to have you on board. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member, and throw in a super chat. Help support this channel.
Your government, everyone should fold underneath it. And if we do that, then there'll be peace between Israel and Lebanon. But we have to build the capacity of the Lebanese to do it. And I think Italy could be helpful in that regard. All right. Did I call on you already? You already got a question? In the green? Did I call on you already?
No.
Okay, all right. Go ahead.
You mentioned the UN resolution that
Yes.
you announced today. Can you talk about what the goal is with that resolution? And there was a similar one last month that was vetoed by China and Russia. You spoke to the Russian foreign minister. Do you have an assurance that Russia will be on board with this now?
Well, we don't know.
Yeah,
look, I mean, everyone wouldn't want to see this vetoed again, and then we've made some slight adjustments to the language, but I don't know if it'll avoid a veto or not, but the language isn't very complicated. And I think it's a real test for the UN, right? As a function, as something that functions that can solve global problems. What is the purpose of the UN? The UN was supposed to be a place where you could peacefully resolve global conflict. Right now you have a country who is unlawfully, criminally, and illegally taking possession of an international waterway and blowing up commercial vessels and putting mines in the water. I don't know if people appreciate like how outrageous this is, how unacceptable it is that any country would fire and try to sink commercial vessels or put mines in the water. Both of these things are illegal. And so we're going to take it to the UN, and we're going to give it another chance to be a forum in which we're not even asking people to like commit troops to the region and help blow up the Iranian boats. All we're asking them to do is to condemn it, to call on Iran to stop blowing ships, to remove these mines, and to allow humanitarian relief to come through because there's humanitarian aid that's trapped. That's it. This is a very modest request. And if you're telling...
Yeah, humanitarian aid has to come through, right? Definitely has to come through. We got Devin, Todd, Brian jumping on the chat saying, cow, Ard, I love milk. I love milk.
Telling me that the international community and hundreds of countries cannot rally behind that, then I don't know what the utility of the UN system is if it can't even solve something as straightforward as that. And I think to both the Chinese and the Russians, I would argue and have argued that it is in their interest for that resolution to pass and for pressure to be brought on Iran, because it is in their interest not to see international waterways, including the Straits of Hormuz, be closed down and cause economic chaos to dozens and dozens of countries around the world. Okay. Back row, yellow tie.
Thank you.
Back row,
Secretary,
yes, yeah.
With CBN News, you've had a deep faith for God and country. At the end of the day, with all that you've been involved in,
keep going.
You've been extremely busy.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
As we all know. I got to ask you, what is your hope for America at a time such as this?
My hope for America?
And how do you personally deal with that?
Yeah, look, I mean, my hope for America is what it's always been. I think it's the hope I hope we all share. We want it to continue to be the place where anyone from anywhere can achieve anything, where you're not limited by the circumstances of your birth, by the color of your skin, by your ethnicity, but frankly, it's a place where you are able to overcome challenges and achieve your full potential. I think that should be the goal of every country in the world, frankly, but I think in the US, we're not perfect. Our history is not one of perfection, but it's still better than anybody else's history, and ours is a story of perpetual improvement. Each generation has left the next generation of Americans freer, more prosperous, safer, and that is our goal as well. But it is a unique and exceptional country, and as we come upon this 250-year anniversary, I think we have a lot to learn and be proud of in our history. It is one of perpetual and continuous improvement, where each generation has done its part to bring us closer to fulfilling the vision that the founders of this country had upon its founding. So, thank you. All right, I have time for two more questions. All right, right there in the pink. No, you right there. The one right next to you in the pink. No, the pink. I'm sorry, but I pointed at her. I need to get a laser pointer and just go. Now you in the pink jacket, the lady right there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Secretary. I have a question on Iran-China relations.
Okay.
What's your reaction to Iranian foreign minister visit to China? Also, Beijing instructed its firms to ignore U.S. sanctions Could you also address that?
Well, I'll direct you to Treasury on that front. There are options that we have. If you ignore our sanctions, you're going to face secondary sanctions. And I don't have an announcement for you on that today, but we don't do these things, for symbolic purposes. On the first point about the visit, it's fine. I hope the Chinese tell him what he needs to be told, and that is that what you were doing in this.
All right, so we had a question about some oil. And so, yeah, everyone, massive market surge overnight. Dow futures up 505 points, a full 1% jump. S&P 500 futures plus 0.9%. NASDAQ 100 futures ripping 1.5% higher. Why? Huge Iran deal progress. U.S. and Iran nearing agreement to end the war. Thank the Lord. Moratorium on the table. Oil's crashing. WTI down 10% to $91. What is WTI? WTI is West Texas Intermediate, a high quality, light, sweet crude oil grade used as a primary benchmark for oil pricing, particularly in the United States. Brent minus 9%, near $100. Risk off energy, risk on everything else, allegedly. Trump posts great progress, but warns no deal bombing starts and it'll be bigger. He paused Project Freedom. Ship escorts in Strait of Hormuz as talks heat up. Tech exploding too. AMD up 18% on monster Q2 guidance beat Q1 estimates. Chip sectors on fire. On fire. Let me get one of those. There they are. On fire. There you go. Yeah, so it seems like it's going in the right direction, right? Yeah, SMH ETF plus 3%, Intel plus 4%. Yesterday's gains carry momentum. RBC's Lori Calabasina nails it. Wha-bam. Nail and hammer. Markets climbing. Wall of worry. AI trade plus earnings buffer overwhelming. Geopolitics. Upward revisions rolling. No overheating yet. Bottom line, peace hopes plus AI boom equals perfect storm. What's your play today? Drop it in the chat. This is not investment news, just what's happening. I'm not telling you what to do. Yo, humongous. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Thank you for listening in the background. Love it. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Going live every day of 2026. Become a member. Throw in a super chat if you would like. I love you. The Lord loves you. Everybody loves you.
Straits is causing you to be globally isolated. You're the bad guy in this. You guys should not be blowing up ships. You should not be putting mines.
Primal Screams jumping in on the chat saying the rich get richer. Any of you have oil stocks?
You should not be trying to hold hostage the global economy. I hope the Chinese bring, whether it's done privately, but I hope it's done directly, that's the message they deliver to them. As I outlined earlier today, China is an export-driven economy. Okay, I'm not here to speak on behalf of what's in the best interest of China, but it's obvious. China is an export-driven economy. That means they depend on other countries to buy from them. Well, you can't buy from them if you can't ship it there, and you can't buy from them if your economy is being destroyed by what Iran is doing. So it is in China's interest that Iran stop closing the straits. It's harming China as well. The gentleman in the red tie, right there.
Oi is investing. There you go. There you go. Well done. Yeah, Captain Blackbird says, you. Come on, man.
Yes, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Liz Landers with PBS News Hours.
Okay.
Another question about the China-Iran relationship. You said at the beginning of your comments at the top that...
User LE says, I love Donald Trump and I love inflation. Amen.
Every single financial situation will be targeted. Does that include Chinese banks? Would the president sanction
We're going to enforce our sanctions.
Chinese banks
I don't
before
have
it goes to Beijing?
I don't have an announcement for you. That will have to come from Treasury. But we have sanctions in place, and sanctions don't mean anything unless you're going to do something about them. So I think that's been clear. I think that the Treasury will follow up with any specific announcements. Suffice it to say, we're serious about our sanctions. Then a cost needs to be imposed on Iran for what they are doing.
JW dropping some knowledge, saying no greater love than he who would lay his life down for his brothers.
Otherwise, if they get away with this, guys, if they get away with pulling this thing off without paying a price for it and backing down, you're going to see multiple places around the world where other countries are going to be tempted to do the same. This is unacceptable. Again, I want to reiterate the point. We keep arguing back and forth about the war and the shooting and this and that and the other. These guys have shut down an international waterway. The Straits of Hormuz do not belong to Iran.
Sorry,
they don't have a right to shut it down and blow up ships and lay mines. And that's what they've done. That needs to be addressed. Otherwise, and it cannot be normalized. Under no circumstances can we live in a world where we accept, okay, this is normal. You have to coordinate with Iran. You have to pay them a toll in order to go through the Straits of Hormuz. Not only is that unacceptable.
We got Devin, Todd, Brian in the chat saying, I served the United States Army in the Middle East. What did Trump or you nameless cow ards do? First of all, thank you for your service, buddy. Got a hero in the chat. Happy to have you here. And W's in the chat for Devin for serving, fighting for our freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, so many other amazing things. W's in the chat for Devin. And we're going live every single day of 2026, so make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member, throw in some super chats if you want.
In the Straits, you're creating a precedent that could be repeated in multiple other places.
We got Primal Screams hyping up Devin, saying, preach, Devin, preach. There you go.
Around the world. The whole world should join us in this condemnation, and the whole world should join us in doing something about it, by the way. It shouldn't just be us. We're hoping to get countries. We're going to give them a chance to do something about it at the United Nations. All right, my last question. All right, that lady in the right there in the white.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Right there.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on, stop this up. Go ahead. Okay, I'll do two more and then I gotta go. See you in the class. Yeah, go ahead. Iran has shown what? Okay.
Iran has shown that it's been able to withstand a lot of pressure, and yesterday President Trump has said that they may run out of oil storage in 2 weeks. Do you believe that that will be the thing that gets them to the table to give up their nuclear ambitions, and if not, what will be that thing?
Well, look, they're suffering devastating damage to their economy. You're right, but it's not that they're able to withstand pressure, it's that they don't care that their people are suffering. You understand, right? There's a difference between we can withstand pressure and we actually don't care. Now, I think there are people in their system that care more than others. You know, some of the elected people that you see, some of the people you see on television with the suits on, you know, those guys care because they know at the end of the day they have to live in the reality. And then you have an other element of their government, the clerics, the IRGC types, who probably are more immune to that and care less. They're more interested in regime survival at all costs. But ultimately, the pressure points are what they are.
They divided now than they were before, because the administration has said that the Iranian regime is divided, making it very challenging.
Well, it's been challenging to deal with them diplomatically because, for example, an offer will be made and then it takes 5 or 6 days to get a response because you have to get it through the whole system. They have to find the supreme leader wherever he hides. They got to get him to sign off, and that's their system. Their system has always been multi-layered in this way. It's obviously become more complex because of the damage they suffered during the war. But look, suffice it to say, Iran has to pay a price. They're not going to change their position out of the kindness of their heart. There has to be a pressure point on them that causes them to realize they cannot continue to close the straits, or they face crushing economic consequences, but also, you know, global.
Primal Scream jumping on the chat saying, Operation Epic. F up.
Diplomatic isolation, which they have proven in the past to be susceptible to. But you're right, they have a high pain threshold, but they don't.
Regina jumping on the chat saying, Iranian people love President Trump.
Don't have an unlimited pain threshold. Nobody does.
We got Gaza saying, spec for yourself, Regina.
All right, this has to be the last question. Go ahead.
Thank you for being here, Nicolette. Such a pleasure to have you in here.
Many people want to know, what is your DJ name?
My DJ name?
Your DJ name.
You're not ready for my DJ name.
On the war, if the fighting were to resume, because you've said that Operation Epic Fury is over, the president also said that the U.S. would bomb them off the face of the earth if they tried to go after U.S. ships. So if the fighting resumes, are you saying that it would resume under Project Freedom? And I ask, as it relates to the War Powers Act.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. Oh my God, Jason Beatrice coming in with the win, dude. What? Are you serious, man? Are you serious? W's in the chat for Jason Beatrice, helping keep this channel alive. Oh my gosh. And I think he's a fellow veteran. Angel on Earth, a hero. What a man, what a man. Goodness gracious. And you guys are in luck, because whenever we get a super chat, we ask Veronica to come over here, and that's not Veronica, but this is Veronica. Veronica, come here, show some love for Jason. And we have a little chat that says, America elected Trump. Ha ha. Come here, Veronica, say thank you to Jason.
Thank you for your support. I love you. Wishing you and your family the best.
There we go, Veronica. Go on and do your push-ups. Everybody loves you. Trump 2028. Oh my gosh. W's in the chat for Jason. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. We all love you, buddy.
Look, the Operation Epic Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives of that operation. I'm not going to, we're not cheering for an additional situation to occur. We would prefer the path of peace. What the president would prefer is a deal. He would prefer to sit down, work out a memorandum of understanding for future negotiations that touches on all the key topics that have to be addressed, a full opening of the strait so the world can get back to normal.
On the bottom of that super chat, you can like it. And right now it's at 3 likes. So like it a bunch of times, y'all. Come on, go ahead and like it. And speaking of, make sure y'all like, subscribe this video, turn on notifications, become a member, throw in a super chat, see Veronica again. Go on. We're developing the best community ever right here on the internet.
He preferred that be negotiated through the route that Steve and Jared have been working and that all of us have been supporting. That's the route he prefers. That is so far not the route that Iran has chosen. And so the result has been that the United States has to do something about the fact that we're the only nation on earth that can do anything to open up a lane within the Straits of Hormuz to get product and to rescue these people that are trapped in there. And that's what we're undergoing now. What that may lead to in the future is speculative. I'm not going to speculate about what it would take or what it would do. But look, the message to Iran, these guys are facing, they are facing real catastrophic destruction to their economy, generational destruction to their economy, generational destruction to the wealth of their country, imposed on themselves by the actions that they're taking. They should check themselves before they wreck themselves in the direction that they're going.
Does the White House believe that these
Oh, Captain Blackbird.
votes coming up in Congress are a moot point then?
Look, guys, I love talking about this topic. It's about the War Powers Act. Okay, I love it. I was hoping somebody would ask. All right, hold on. No, boy, you don't let me answer. I got to answer the question.
Wow. Humongous. Look at that, man. Trump 20. Oh my gosh, dude. Who's bringing out the cat? Is somebody bringing out the cat? What's going on? What's up, dude? What are you guys doing with the cat? What are you guys doing? The cats shouldn't hit politicians, man. Come on, what are y'all doing?
Okay, and I love it. I'll tell you why I love it. Because even as a senator, I said something. The War Powers Act is unconstitutional, 100%. Now, this is not the position of me, not the position of the President of the United States now. This is the position of every single president that has occupied this position since the day that law passed. It's completely unconstitutional. Now, we comply with it in terms of like notification because we want to preserve good relations with Congress, right? And we do that. But even as a senator, I would say that the War Powers Act is 100% unconstitutional. And look, I know some of you, whatever you want to say, but this is not this president's position. That has been the position of every single presidential administration since the day that law passes. An infringement on the president's constitutional powers. We don't acknowledge the law as constitutional. Nonetheless, we comply with elements of it for purposes of maintaining good relations with Congress, and we want them to be involved, and we want them to be informed. I have gone on Capitol Hill, 4 times this year for all senators and all House members and Intel Committee and Gang of Eight. We want them to be involved in this, but I want to be clear on the point of the War Powers Act. It's unconstitutional, and every president and every administration has taken that position. All right, guys, I gave you 50 minutes. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Good man. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing about free speech, the First Amendment. What a wonderful thing, honestly. Just an absolutely terrific thing. Thank you. Donald Trump is a horrible president. There you go. Oh, we got some part 2 of these breaking news, I guess you can call it. Let me pull it up. So Nick Shirley was in Cuba, and I'm happy to let y'all know he did not get abducted or anything. He's nice and healthy and happy. Is Veronica gonna pop up again?
Thank you for your support.
She always does whenever we swap around. Speaking with his hands and everything. There you go.
We had Cuban intelligence following us all around in our one day here in Cuba, and now we have made it out. We're heading to the airport right now. If this video gets posted, it means that we made it back to the United States. This has been the most crazy 24 hours of my life.
So that's a pretty cool update. Nick Shirley is okay. Sorry about the sound. Sounds pretty bad. But that's a great update. Very, very cool update. And then we have some other funny things, man. What a funny guy. So Nick Shirley posted this. Tim Waltz called me a far-right, delusional conspiracy theorist, and said exposing the fraud in his state was white supremacy. It was the classic false smear tactic that has worked for so long, but it didn't work this time. Tim was exposed and dropped out. Drop out. Yeah. Let me highlight that one, dude. That's a good one. Oh, it's not showing up. Okay.
All right, the fraud in Minnesota continues, just get worse and worse and worse. The vice president just said this and said that if it wasn't for my initial video, none of this essentially would be happening right now. This is what the vice president had to say.
We've gone from Nick Shirley's video about the Minneapolis fraud schemes to active, judges issuing warrants for this investigation in a matter of 3 months. We've got 280 law enforcement officers working on this problem. We really have the most accelerated, aggressive anti-fraud operation that we've ever seen from the federal government. And again, it's because the President of the United States empowered his team to go after this. That's what we're doing. And this is just a very, very good next step. This is far from done, Will, but we're doing a lot of good work and we're making a lot of progress.
So it sounds like they got a lot more coming from Minnesota. If they just went through and raided 22 buildings, well, I think there's probably about 100 more, potentially even.
Oh my gosh, I thought he did a thorough check. There's only 22 in all of Minnesota. If there's more, uh-oh. Waffle Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, good to see you.
1,000 more buildings that can go in and raid because that's how deep the fraud is. Now I guess we're going to see what happens to the fraudsters. May they all leer and find out. What can I say? All right, the fraud in Minnesota continues, just get worse.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day has come. The Quality Learning Center has officially been raided.
Now, large-scale raids targeting federal fraud currently underway. Federal agents seem leaving the...
Danny Sharp jumping on the chat saying, Leard gets me every time. Sorry for dropping in late. No worries, brother. Happy to have you here. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Quality Learning Center, and Brooke Taylor has more on that.
And so there you have it. After everything that's been said and done by politicians like Ilhan Omar, Tim Walz about the fraud and about the fraud not existing and there being no fraud inside these daycares, well, 22 court-approved search warrants have been going out today across Minnesota to go and see what's happening. So it's been a while. They've had about 6 months to cover their fraud, so we'll see what happens. But the Quality Learning Center has officially been raided. Ladies and gentlemen, the
Quality Learning Center, dude. Always. When I first saw that shirt on him, I was like, I don't get it, bro. I never heard that word leering. Leering. What is leering? Like, no. They just forgot to put the N in a learning. There you go. Terrible times. Nick Shirley bankruptcy fraud conviction. Yeah, buddy. Somalia sports cars.
Now, large-scale raids targeting federal fraud currently underway. Federal agents seen leaving the Quality Learning Center, and Brooke Taylor has more on that and what they're looking for. Brooke, good morning.
Hi, Bill. Good morning. Yeah, we have had a photographer there at the daycare since this morning, capturing video of those federal agents just going in and out of the building, collecting evidence as part of the DOJ's fraud investigation in Minnesota. Take a look at this video here. Sources tell Fox that federal agents are raiding about 22 businesses across Minneapolis this morning, and sources say many of them are tied.
Todd just doing a mic drop for everybody. There you go, buddy. Bam. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member so you can drop some microphones like that. We got the best emojis in the world, and throw in a super chat if you want. Help us make our goal of getting 5 super chats. I love you. Everybody loves you. The Lord loves you.
To Somali-owned operations. All of this comes after that viral YouTube video from Nick Shirley. It was back in December. In that video, he visited different child care centers, and you'll remember they were either closed or there were just no children inside, despite receiving state child care funding. Now, the location that you're looking at right now, it's the Quality Learning Center. This is the daycare. It went viral. It blew up on social media because of a sign outside with learning that was literally misspelled. The education secretary at the time claimed that the daycare received $1.9 million while, quote, masquerading as a daycare. And then shortly after that, the Trump administration announced it was freezing child care funding to Minnesota and calling for a full audit of certain daycare centers. And just checking my emails now, it looks like we got a statement from DHS sharing, quote, Homeland Security investigations in cooperation with our law enforcement partners executed criminal search warrants in Minneapolis relating to the rampant fraud of U.S. taxpayers' dollars. And as you could see there, federal agents still outside one of those daycare centers where they have been the last few hours.
I'm just curious, like, how are people not more angry with what's going on over here? You know, like, people are angry, of course, but man. Todd Steiner has joined the chat saying smart people don't just insult other people for absolutely no reason. That's right, buddy. That's right. Smart man, good man right there. Good man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Going live every day of 2026. Lone Wolf and Cub has joined the chat saying, why would you have kids at a daycare? According to... Almost got me to say that, buddy. Almost got me to say that. There you go.
Today's a crazy day because today is the day where I'm supposed to die. Now, hear me out. So after I exposed widespread fraud here in America, I started to get messages like these, and these are literally death threats. So this one says, this is going to be you on April 27th, 2026 in a muddy ditch alongside the highway with your mother. Enjoy your last couple of months, buddy.
Oh my goodness, bro. Getting Instagram threats by someone that's verified?
Now, I don't share this with you guys to scare you, but more so show you just how crazy a subset of people here in America have become, where they have literally become radicalized. I'm going to show you guys some other messages as well. This one says, you should kill yourself, genuinely. Charlie Kirk needs a sequel. In Minnesota, they had these on street poles saying, if you see this man, tell him to kill himself. Had a nightmare last night.
Not cool, bro. Not cool. He's got to have thick skin.
You got engaged and it wasn't me. Hope all is well. Oh, didn't mean to put that one in there. Nick Shirley is a Nazi. Hopefully they end you next. So that's enough of that. But that just goes to show how crazy this subset of people in America have become. And now just think about it. If 1% of America were to be radicalized, that means 3.3 million people are radicalized. Now let's just say 0.5%. That is 1.5 million. Now let's just say 0.1% of America becomes radicalized. That is 300,000 people. That's a large-scale army. And so when you have a large portion of society who actually do believe that people do need to die and listen to people who say these sort of things openly in the public.
Kill them! Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
I think it is fair to say that we do have a problem here in America of people becoming radicalized. They've now tried to kill President Trump 4 times, and the rhetoric continues to get worse and worse. This is a direct result of people being called Nazis and fascists who are not Nazis and fascists. It's been happening for years now, and now people are actually acting upon what they actually have been told to believe. Now, to end this all off, I want to finish it with this quote from Mark Twain. It says, "The truth has no defense against a fool determined to believe a lie." And at the end of the day, let's say 99% of America are...
There you go. Danny Sharp jumping in on the chat saying China, India are doing this and selling work visas too. Bam. Nick Shirley is the new Nick Fuentes. He'll come around and says Gaza Maze.
are truth seekers and they're going after the truth, but you have 1% who are complete fools who, even if you gave them the truth, they wouldn't even believe it. That's how crazy of a society we are living in today. Don't be a fool, be a truth seeker. And yeah, I hope that adds some perspective to your life. Today's a crazy...
We got Regina showing some love to Nick Shirley in the
Here
chat.
is the Representative Ilhan Omar. Today we're here in the fraud capital of America. We're here in Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. Here you have some of the best stock traders and top fraudsters like Ilhan Omar. Right now, we're going to give her a new hoodie. She took the last Leering Center hoodie. We have a new one asking, where did our tax dollars go? And we want to see if she'll become a member of the Anti-Fraud Taxpayer Club. Now we...
Primal Scream has no chill, bro. He's just all fire and microwave, bro. He's got no chill, no fridge, no freezer. Just lava, bro. Oh my God.
We've made it to Ilhan Omar's office. Here is the Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota. There it says abolish ICE. I think we should abolish fraud here inside the United States. Let's see if they'll take the hoodie. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing? Is Ilhan here by chance?
No.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Primal. Whatever you are. What? How do you identify, bro? Bro.
No. She's not.
Cool, man. Everyone's welcome over here as long as you're cool people, man. Goodwill and willing to challenge some ideas and try to find a good thing. Primal Screams, a female. Okay. Well, you're a female. I take everything back on the man side, and I just change that to woman.
Well, we wanted to see if she'd become a member of the anti-fraud taxpayer.
I never looked at your profile picture. I have no idea. Primal Screams. It's not like feminine. Like if it was like, I don't know, fuchsia butterfly, or pink bow ties, I'd be like, okay, that's probably a chick. Or if your name was like Brittany or something chick. But Primal Screams, it's kind of like it reminds me of like a heavy metal band or something like that. So, but nothing offensive, just kind of giving you my idea.
Club. We actually have a new hoodie for her right here, and we were just wondering if you could deliver this to Ilhan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and tell her that we wish to abolish fraud here inside the United States as well.
Thank you.
Will you do that? And also, I met this really cute.
Yeah, bro. Yep. If I'm curious, if you can't see Primal Screams, can you Primal Screams see you? I thought Primal Screams was a man as well, but it's actually a female, allegedly.
British girl, and she wanted citizenship, and I was wondering like how that would work out. All right, they're calling security. You guys, you can go ahead and become a member of Anti-Fraud Taxpayer Club. Go to antifraudclub.com. You can even cop yourself a hoodie. And now let's leave Capitol Hill. Here is the rep.
There you go. There you go. Nick Shirley's good. He's safe. That's what is most important. Oh, yeah. A lot of people say Putin does some good things, you know, like I don't know if someone would call you that C word just because you like Putin, you know. C word meaning communist. Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. By the way, we're going live every day of 2026, so make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, become a member, throw in a super chat, help support the channel. I love you. Everybody loves you. And we're gonna watch something that's a little funny, because we got to end it with something a little bit funny. There you are. Yeah, please give me a like. Give me a like. All right, so we were talking about amendments a little bit earlier, and you can have some fun with amendments actually as well. A lot of people don't know that, but it's actually true. And this guy is probably one of the funniest comedians I know. I don't personally know him, but I just know him from his content, which is absolutely hilarious. I was gonna do the First Amendment one, but I think this one is like I've never not laughed at this one. I actually cried laughing. This thing is so funny. This guy is just way too funny, man. I hope you all enjoy this.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Do you guys know this guy, Mr. Toopree? Tooapree? This man is absolutely hilarious. Oh, we got some haters on the chat. We got to practice the let it just roll off of your back.
Thank you for your support. I love you.
What's it called? Water does off a duck's back. It doesn't matter. First Amendment.
Trying to get this on top of here. I'm trying to increase the weight, so just kind of.
Nah, hold on. You can't move this, bro.
Yeah, get the other side.
Nah,
if you could sit on this part right here.
Nah, I can't do that.
And
what's going on? We getting some threats in here. We gotta start. You guys gotta relax a little bit. Make sure you enjoy it live. Oh, that's what it is. You guys want to get the poll done. So out of 174 votes, do you support Trump? 46 yes, 54 no. There you go.
We get the other staff member to sit on the other side.
All right, Primal Screams. Have a good one.
Liability.
Oh, it ain't no lies around here. It's the truth. I'm really about to press that.
You can't stack all the here.
The weights ain't enough. I load the 45s. It ain't enough.
Okay, listen. You could put like that shit on, but you're not putting. You can't put these on.
Yeah,
you can't put that on. I'm telling you right now. No, you gotta take it off right now.
But without that, that's just a warm up.
Oh, because if it falls, let's just say, it lands on you.
I'm Iron Man.
Yeah, that's
good.
Yeah. But taking these away from other people. So put this shit back on there.
I'm the dominator. I dominate. I take things from people.
It doesn't make any sense. And again, like I said, it takes it away from other people.
It don't make sense. It makes dollars.
So
yeah. Once I take those off, would you mind sitting up here and then I'll press you? Yeah. You trying to sit on it?
Nah, you gotta take the weights off, bro. It's too many weights, man.
I heard that before.
You can't keep adding more shit. You gotta.
So part of the concept of how he's so funny is he goes overboard with how outrageous he is, and just so absolutely inspiring. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Going live every day of 2026. Become a member. Throw in a super chat.
Oh, this is it. This ain't my max yet, though. Yeah.
You can put those on if you want to.
Oh, okay. Just I can put these on?
Yeah.
Word, I got
after
you.
that, no more adding stuff. You gotta do this shit now. Yeah, he's working on it.
See what I mean? People are complaining because they don't have stuff to use for their own workout.
I'm waiting to see.
I just want to stare at it with y'all. It's like watching a comet.
He stole everyone's weight, bro. He's just staring at it.
No, this is mesmerizing myself.
Yeah.
You want to give it a shot first, though?
Oh, no, that's too light. That's lightweight. I already warmed up.
Oh, Regina's still dissing me. Oh, bless her. Good. I wish the best for her, her family, and all those good people.
With that earlier.
We did actually call up Tampa as to why your membership was canceled. We didn't blender to the gym.
Oh, for my chicken and rice shakes?
And
I was looking through the rules. I didn't see that.
chicken and rice, I don't know.
Yeah, my chicken and rice shakes. I gotta have them every 2 hours on the dot. I don't care where. I could be in a library. I just set my blender up there.
Yeah, go on and do that. I just put her on a minute timeout because it's not affecting me, but if it's affecting you guys, I'll time her out.
You sure you don't want to give the home gym a call, maybe? Leg day.
No, bro, I'm single, dude. Sounds like a wife. Yeah.
You know, parking lots for peasants, bro. What's good, bro? Y'all doing valet?
No.
Oh, I thought you were the valet, man.
No, I just work. You can't park here, bro.
Oh, can I toss you then? You go repark in the parking lot?
I can't even get out, bro.
Oh, yeah, I got.
Yeah. It sounds like a damaged woman, man. Damaged woman.
Got you. Yeah, let me back up a little bit. I got you. Hey, y'all offer a valet service by chance?
No valet service, man. Locking the door.
Yeah, I had to pull up on VIP, bro. Yeah, get like Genghis Khan,
Yeah,
the warrior. Get some clarity on the situation here.
What's your first name? Do you know what the violation is?
Yeah, are they still on the phone there, Nicholas?
No, they just hung up.
Should we give them a little quick ring back? You mind if we see what the policy was real quick?
He's just trolling. Yeah, he like parks in front of the door like illegally on a sidewalk, and he's asking if they're offering valet. It's just absolutely hilarious. Unreal, dude. Unreal.
Shirtless and having a blender.
I was shirtless up and playing the fence on my chicken and rice shakes.
Why? Why you gotta go pushing them for?
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to push weights, trying to push all the weights in the gym. I wasn't trying to push them. Yeah. For now, in the system, if you gotta make any notes, just say I'm too big for Planet Fitness. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. It's been canceled for policy violation. You can't use it. Yeah, you're not allowed to use any Planet Fitness.
I feel like I might be because I'm too big. You think that might be why? Because they don't want that bodybuilder image. They want the soccer mom image, you know? Yeah. Do I need to sign anything? Saying I'm too big?
All right, so they said your membership is canceled.
Oh, they said, you told them it was Big Dime?
Yeah. He just said it was canceled, that you weren't allowed in, so you would have to talk to them.
Oh, okay. Should we call him? Can we call him back then real quick? Yeah, I just don't have minutes.
You don't have your phone?
Nah, I want to get to the bottom of this.
Do you know why your membership was canceled?
Nah, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
He's like a big boss, but he has no minutes.
Big dog speaking. All right, big dog. So you know why.
Oh, Caleb, may your mom, R.I.P. man, rest in peace. May her soul be in a better place for sure, bro.
You're canceled.
Nah, it's Big Dime, D-O-M.
All right, big dog.
Like Dime, like D-O-M, like Dominator, not Don. I am a Don though. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
You got a business proposition or something? She handed me the phone, said you wanted to speak to Big Dime.
That's true. Never let anyone make you feel embarrassed about your parents. 100%, bro. Dropping facts in the chat. Yeah, man. Glad she can live the last few years of her life with you. You appreciate that. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Man, there's nothing better than family, dude. Family is like just number one, bro. Just number one. Oh, the comedian? I think he's just trying to rage bait and just trying to be funny. And he does everything so outrageously. He's absolutely incredible. Yeah, Vin Diesel would approve.
Nah, she said you want to speak to me, big dog. It's over, man. You can't use the barcode. You can't use the membership.
Why not?
Like I said, you know why you was canceled.
But you didn't tell me the reason yet, though.
But you know why.
Nah, could you like fill me in?
You already know. You done been to 5 different locations today.
Y'all want to say anything to the Florida location?
Huh?
It's the Florida Planet Fitness. If you want to give them a shout out.
You can go to Crunch. You can try them out.
I already crunched them. I put them in my pocket. I crunched them so hard.
He hung up.
I'm saying they got me being Sherlock Holmes today. I need my bloodhound. You mind if I get a pen?
You can take a pen. Take 2 pens if you want.
Blue or black ink?
It's purple.
Yeah, my lawyer wants me to.
That's true. The only thing better than that family is a good family. Yo, Giant the Tom, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen Regina. I guess she took off after that little thing. She didn't want to be on a timeout.
They signed a multi-million-dollar contracts in blue or black ink, but I might save this for the kids.
What did he say his name was?
Big Dime.
Big Dime? Give me one moment.
We gonna solve the mystery.
What do you need?
I need his barcode.
Fortunately, he is policy banned, so he's not allowed to be at any Planet Fitness.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Yeah, repeat that.
Policy banned.
He's policy.
I need a wristband.
Nah, hold on, let me talk to him.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay, so not at all, right? So you gotta stop doing that.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Okay, so he's anywhere?
So
he's told you what to stop.
Oh, yeah, I got you,
All right,
I'm
no
just so
problem.
curious to hear.
She's gonna be back. She loves us way too much.
I'm trying to hear every word. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a couple words. They said I'm good. That's all I heard.
Nah, you policy, man. You're not allowed in the gym at all.
So as far as the policy, I need a band. Is that what you're saying? I gotta bring my boys like we a marching band. Bring the loud. Which one of those?
You're not allowed in Planet Fitness at all, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Usually I get loud at Planet Fitness. Now I'm not allowed, huh?
Yeah, unfortunately we gotta let you go, man. Yeah, you have to leave the gym.
So what's the protocol now?
Yeah, this guy's got like so many very funny First Amendment things, which are like hilarious. I think one of them was where he went into the post office and he messed with police officers, which is, I don't recommend, but over a QR code. And it's the most hilarious thing ever.
You try to get the QR code. How long does it take to get a QR code?
I don't care about a chill ID. I don't care. I don't care.
Sure.
Get in the street. Get in the street.
Oh no, that's not safe or whatever.
You're not safe.
He doesn't want to be recorded. I want to advise you, please.
Do you know him?
This gentleman's been out here videotaping it for quite some time. She asked him not to, and he just continued to videotape. She was asking if he could leave.
City of Hackensack. So he's basically practicing his First Amendment right here. Freedom of speech, freedom of press. First Amendment auditor.
Oh yeah, I didn't get him correctly. But yeah, weird.
Are you recording me?
What's that?
Are you recording me?
Oh, I might, yeah, and I'm also scanning the QR code or whatever.
Sorry, what?
What's that?
Are you recording me?
Oh, that might be a byproduct. The main priority is the QR code. Thank you. All right, guys, keep it chill. Much love, yo.
May I ask what you're doing?
Oh yeah, I'm just scanning the QR code here.
Scanning something or?
Oh yeah, scan that QR code in there.
Huh.
Is it chill?
Huh? Yeah.
Is it chill? Yeah, dude, this guy to a pre is so funny, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Go like that?
Yeah, it doesn't work though. I mean, you think? Oh, it's cool.
Let's do this.
Alright, you go over here. You need to
Alone. Oh my god, dude. Gotta drop the fucking flaming fucking microphone, dude. Oh shit,
Oh,
here we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Permission to do this or?
Oh no, no, it's chill.
Let me call somebody to see if you okay to do that. Yeah, anything I can tap to it? What are you doing?
Oh, just for the QR. Thank you.
Yeah, but take a long time.
Oh, it's my Android.
Gotta keep Captain Black and Lone Wolf away from each other, dude.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Good. What you doing?
Oh, just chilling.
Okay.
Becky, checking out beautiful Hackensack.
Okay, that's it?
Becky.
Just wondering what you were doing with the camera.
Oh, yeah, just keeping it moving, having fun or whatever.
Okay.
Becky, doing a vibe check. This was pretty chill. Becky, all right, much love. Peace. Oh, Bello. Oh, no, it's all good. Becky.
So he's so smart, he follows the law to the T, and it's so wild. He's one of the best rage baiters in the world.
Oh, pardon me. Oh, I'm just chilling.
You what?
Oh, I'm just chilling.
You just chilling?
Becky.
All right, move.
Oh, yeah, it's chill.
No, I mean, move away, please.
Oh, yeah, I'm not in the way. I won't get in the way of our customers or anything like that. Or whatever.
I just don't want you to get period.
Oh, it's chill.
No, it's not chill. Move.
Oh, you know, I keep it chill. I promise I'm chill.
Excuse me, move.
If someone's coming up, I'll move real quick.
Why are you here?
Oh, I'm just.
So he says if someone's coming, I'll move really quick because it's illegal to like block a way if you're a First Amendment auditor. Like you can't block a walkway and you cannot block a sidewalk as well. So he's like really playing the lines. Dude, Regina's probably here. She just probably changed her username or something. No, dude, this guy, he doesn't talk like this. He changes his voices all the time.
What?
I'm just billing. I call it billing or billheading, like chilling. I'm chill. Yeah, keep it.
It's kind of similar to his voice, but he's like more giddy here. I think he's like not as giddy usually.
You speak English?
He's definitely like rage baiting, like happy, like super happy, puppy happy to this dude just to like rage bait him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, don't chill here. Just go someplace else and chill.
Oh, no, I'm chill. I'm vibing.
No, go. Go away.
Oh, no, I'm vibing.
Go away.
Oh, yeah.
Go away. Go away, please.
Oh, but do you mind if I just finish the little QR code or whatever?
Yeah, I do mind.
Oh, okay, just straight.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gotta adjust this real quick.
Excuse me, will you leave?
Oh yeah, it's all.
I'm gonna leave his name here on the chat so you guys can see who he is. To Apri, this guy's just absolutely hilarious.
Will you leave? Good. Get over there.
Okay, Bruce.
Goodbye.
All right. It's a new tripod I just got from Walmart or whatever.
Good. You want to wear the tripod? Get out of here. You really.
Jason would bring him a coffee or refreshment. That's awesome, dude. Gaza Man says Karen and Kevin's hate auditors, bro. Yeah. Do you guys know of any like really awesome, hilarious auditors?
Annoying me now.
Oh no, I don't mean to. I'm just.
Captain Blackbird doesn't want to fight by himself, dude. It's lonely being at the top, dude. Being the champ, bro.
Chilling out here.
Yeah, I know you're chilling out here. Go chill someplace else.
Okay, Bruce.
Go ahead. Goodbye.
All right, bye-bye.
Can I ask what's up with the camera?
Oh yeah, it's chill.
Just curious, going around with camera, just wondering what you're doing.
Oh yeah, it's like part of the phone or whatever, and I'll use it for like video sometimes or whatever.
What kind of video you're shooting?
Just like chill ones.
What's chill ones?
It's kind of like chill, like Hackensack ones, like.
Just filming around the city, Hackensack.
Heck yeah.
Just going around.
So I think the city's called Hackensack, but Hackensack is also like a bag that has little beads or beans in it that you kick like a soccer ball, but it's really small.
Going around shops.
Yeah, just keep
double entendre.
In a bill. Back here.
Just ask permission first before you film, alright?
Oh, okay. So ask.
So like if you're in public in the United States, you can ask people to stop filming you, and you can like kind of scold them, but they legally can film you. The only time they cannot film you, from what I understand, is like inside a private residence or a bathroom or like a private place. You know, they can't like put like a camera up to your door window or a window like into a house or into a bathroom, like if you're at a gym or something. Like you can't do that stuff. But if they're out in public, it's freedom of press, you know.
His permission or whatever.
Yeah, just don't walk up, just make sure they're okay with me, you know.
Oh, okay.
And also public servants like officers, they can get filmed as well. You can't just like interfere with an investigation they're doing or whatever they're doing.
All right, word.
For some
Let me ask this guy right here if it's okay.
You ask him?
I'm about to ask him. I'm sorry, just trying to get that.
To annoy me.
No, I'm trying to get the QR code or whatever.
All right, you got it. Now go.
I just have to adjust the thing or whatever.
Like that's what he wanted. He just wants the reaction.
Get away.
Okay, I'm just trying to get the QR.
I don't think you're not supposed to film kids. Like that's a weird thing, dude. Dang, that's I don't know. I don't want to promote hate or any of that stuff, but whoever does that is not a good person if they did that to you, bro. Yeah, that's not good, dude. That's not good. I don't know, man. You probably could. Probably. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I hope they can't do that.
QR code, I'm just being chill.
You're trying to get the QR code. How long does it take to get a QR code?
It's an Android, so it takes a while.
Okay, well, go get another thing. I'm sorry. Just move away from my store. You're annoying me.
But you mind if I just chill if it's...
No. Yeah, I do mind. You're just annoying me now.
No, I wasn't trying to.
But you are.
I wasn't like zooming in on you.
But you are annoying me. Okay? So please stop.
But just so we can be chill, can I show you the camera mode? It's like it's a dual, and I can't zoom, so I wasn't zooming on you or anything.
But why?
Because I'm a tech geek, so I love QR codes, and I bring them up, and then I like the programming and all that, and then the QR HTML database, and then we got system programming and all that. So it's chill.
No, it's not. It's annoying. I gotta tell you something. I find it offensive.
No, but see, now that I explained, see how fast that turned around. Now we're friends. Now we're vibing.
No, we're not. I really don't want you to be here. Okay?
Oh,
I really don't want you to be here.
You mind if I just...
That's a really cool technique that he uses too. He's like, okay, so now we're friends and all this stuff. And he's like, no, I really don't want to be here. I don't want you to be here. But he's like, no, we're friends. And it's kind of a nice thing to like remind people that like you can always be friendly. You can always be friendly. He's a very smart individual.
Just stick around for like 3 more minutes and then I'm out.
Yeah, I do mind.
Just 3 minutes if I promise.
Goodbye.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
But isn't it allowed though, or am I allowed to get the QR?
I don't want you to. You're annoying me. Whether it's allowed or not, you're annoying me. I want you away from my business.
But I feel like we turned things around with the talk or whatever.
No, we didn't. Because you're not listening to me. And it really annoys me.
But
it's really annoying. I'm not having this debate.
No, not debate.
In a minute, I'm going to call the cops.
No.
I'm going to call the cops.
No, that's fine.
Leave.
I'll just get the QR. Just 3 minutes and I'm out. I promise.
He's like, no, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Just 3 minutes. Just 3 minutes and I'm out or whatever.
No, there's no middle ground here. You had enough time here. Goodbye.
I feel like we bonded
Goodbye.
earlier.
Hasta luego.
Okay.
Beat it.
But I promise I'm not zooming in. I promise I'm not zooming in on you. Okay.
Leave. Okay? Leave.
Okay, I won't bother you. I'll just get this little QR code here or whatever.
Jesus Christ, what the hell is wrong?
No, see that one, chill.
Brotherly bonding mode engaged.
There you go.
There we go.
That odd?
Heck yeah, that was chill. Do this, it means chill. It means we're vibing. You do like a dap?
No, get out.
On camera.
All right, you got it. You got it. Goodbye.
That was chill, wasn't it?
Goodbye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Can we help you?
What's that?
You want here or no?
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I think the only difference between like screaming outside your window is that might be disturbing the peace, but you could also argue like that this is disturbing the peace because the person's just trying to do some work, right?
Hi, what are you taking pictures of?
What's that?
What are you taking a picture of?
Oh, just the street or whatever.
The street?
Yeah, Becca.
Okay, because we don't want it here. You're facing it towards our office.
Facing me? My face?
No, we don't want it here in front of us.
And he's just being like a total troll right now. Like, he's just trolling so hard, bro.
Oh, but the street, well, it kind of has to, because their cars or whatever, they have to go by or whatever.
Yeah, can you move your camera?
Oh, but it would mess up the time lapse. I gotta keep it stationary, whatever.
But what are you taking? A picture of this or the other side?
Oh, the other side or whatever. Like, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and that's the true thing. Yeah, they don't know if like the dude's a weirdo or whatever.
Can you please get away?
Oh, for what? I'm doing a time lapse or whatever.
I don't care. I don't care. Can you please take it away from my building? This is my property right here. Can you please?
Oh, but the sidewalk's out or whatever.
Yes, the sidewalk. I don't want you here. Please.
Oh no, I'm chill. I'm chill.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then please move it. I don't care if you're in a time lapse.
Oh, but I got a chill angle because the parking enforcement's on one side of the frame. Say please what?
Hackensack, please.
Hackensack, please.
Hackensack.
Yes, please move your camera.
Oh, yeah, no, so.
Sir, can you help us out here? What? I know I'm being recorded.
You want me to talk about privacy? Sir.
You need to leave right now, please.
Privacy? He doesn't want to be recorded. I want to advise you, please.
Do you know him?
Oh, no, thank you.
Me?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Him.
Yeah.
He's still recording.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I'm back to the time lapse or whatever.
Yeah, I don't want this here.
That's, what are you,
I don't
what are you
care.
grabbing my tripod?
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, that's my property.
I
What are you
don't
doing?
care.
Oh, but
Okay. So that's great.
And
Get out of my area.
And what he's saying, he's so composed. He's so like absolutely composed. He's saying like, that's my property. And like, she actually cannot touch his property, you know? Yeah.
Please.
Oh,
no.
no, thank you. Yeah, I just gotta get my time lapse or whatever.
Want me to call?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay, there we go. I got.
So he's not threatening her. He's not. He might look weird. He might like scare her because he's like a bigger and a stronger guy, but he's not threatening her and not making verbal threats, not making physical threats. He's just there in public, and she's offended by it, you know, because maybe she feels insecure and doesn't want to be in front of a camera, or she's scared. She doesn't know what he's going to do with the footage, or you never know, right?
Got the angle set now. Perfect. I'm gonna get this time lapse. It's facing that way now.
I don't care. What are you doing? Do you have a permit?
Yeah, but she shouldn't touch his property. Like, she touched his lens. Like, come on, girl, don't touch his lens. You're gonna get your greasy fingers on that lens, smudge it all up.
For
just
recording.
chill. I have a chill ID or whatever.
I don't care about a chill ID.
No, it's chill.
Okay? No, it's not chill. Do you have a permit for being out here?
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see it.
Oh no, because I permit myself. It's not.
If a guy follows you, that's different. You see, he's not following her. She walked up to him. He's holding his ground on a public sidewalk. He's not walking toward her. Like, if a guy follows you, then it's like, yo, hey, call the cops, you know, stay safe. You don't want to do that. I had a girl follow me. That was horrible. Oh my God. It's like an hour. That's the reason I don't live stream too much in public anymore and divulge my location. Unreal, dude. Had to call the cops and do that. It was bad.
It's not like a hard copy. It's on software.
Some women are wild, way more wild than men.
I is definitely on something.
Yeah, just a sidewalk or whatever. Yeah, hold your hand there because I'm doing a white balance check on the.
Yeah.
Don't flick
His permit is the Constitution.
yourself off here. That's not. You seem chill.
Yeah,
need to flick
but you
yourself
don't
off.
have a permit.
Oh yeah, I do. Heck yeah.
But let me see it.
Oh yeah, but it's like a software.
Who's this guy who's recording shops?
Yes.
You sounded like Moist Critical when you said that. There's this guy who's recording shops and.
Not listening?
He's trolling this
I'm listening.
security
I'm an active
guard.
listener. I have to be. Here, let me set back up. Here, I'll show you this cool angle. I'm getting this time lapse.
No,
it's real chill.
absolutely not.
It's a real chill time lapse.
You know what? This is my property, and now I'm gonna just start moving my stuff over here. Move it, because it'll end up breaking. Move it, and it'll end up breaking.
Oh no,
Move
I don't
it,
think the
please.
sign would
Can you
break.
please move this? I need to get this here. Move it.
Okay.
Move it.
For sure.
Get in the street.
Yeah, I'll just
Get
move this
in
right
the
here.
street.
Like, oh no, that's not safe or whatever.
Yeah, you're not safe.
Gaza May says, my ex assaulted me. I know women cannot control their emotions. Yeah, bro, you're not the only one. There's a lot of women who are like mistaken. They think that they're stronger than they actually are, man. They make some stupid mistakes. For sure. She's being a Karen. Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling
I always
very
use a
threatened by you.
condom. Isn't it overall pretty chill though?
Oh, Captain Black. Going in with a €2 super chat. Thank you, man. You're so awesome. But keep your money, man. You give me too much money, man. You give me too much money. You're too nice. Let's see. Veronica, get over here. Show some love to Captain Black.
Thank you for your support. I love you. Wishing you and your family the best.
That's so cool, man. W's in the chat. W's in the chat for Captain Blackbird, dude. Awesome. Lighting up the chat. Making it all fun, dude. What a cool guy, man. Cool dude. All those orange hats, man. Orange hats, orange hearts. Orange hearts, man. Orange hearts. What a cool dude. Thank you, man. Thank you. Everybody loves you, man. Everybody loves you. And I hope it comes back to multiple times.
No, it's not chill, and you're not chill.
Yeah, I'm not keep it real chill.
And I smell pot.
Oh, like has someone been cooking like ramen maybe or something? Because
Yeah.
they have a big wok pot across the street or whatever, and they cook like cool noodles or whatever. Sir, aren't you law enforcement? If he's law enforcement, how come he doesn't chill with us and help us out?
Because he's getting someone that's going to go out and give you a ticket
A ticket for what or whatever?
for harassing me.
Oh no, because I wasn't talking to you. You were like harassing me or whatever. But it's chill. I
Right,
figured.
I was harassing you.
Oh no, I wasn't talking to you. You were kind of harassing me or whatever. There you go, dude. He's sharp, dude, because he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not messing with it.
I'm asking you nicely to move, and you kept on saying, no, it's chill. Then you tell me you have a permit, you don't have a permit.
Oh yeah, it's chill.
Oh, yeah, that's chill. Okay. Like, I don't understand people. I just don't understand.
You're a hero, man.
And I wanna make
You
sure
saved the
that
day.
So these guys are like protecting the First Amendment, you know, the freedom of speech and those types of things. So that's kind of the reason they do it, to like stand their ground for the Constitution, but without like hurting people.
Yes. Even give us the decency to show us that you have a permit here.
Oh no, I permit myself. Yeah, it's chill.
Oh, yeah, you permit yourself. Yeah. What does that even mean?
So I basically just give myself a permit.
Go
or
by
whatever.
any rules. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's no rule I'm breaking or whatever.
There's no rules. Yeah. You gotta delete the recording. When the cop comes, because you don't have a permit to show, you're gonna end up deleting the recording.
Alright, word. Hey guys, so they showed up and I had to delete the footage. Thanks for watching. Is it gonna be chill, do you think? Other than that, you guys alright?
No, not at all, because who's to say that the next thing is the guy's gonna come out here and
No, I'm too chill for that.
No, you're not chill.
Oh, not much, just chilling. Heck yeah. Oh, just chilling.
He's not doing anything illegal?
But I'm asking him not to film us.
Alright, well, you're outside the store, so I mean, again, if he's not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, he didn't delete the footage. He was just trolling.
Sir, do you have any ID on you?
Any idea what?
Do you have any ID on you?
Oh, it's a long story.
It's a long
Do you have any ID on you?
Oh, it's complicated.
Street. Look what this is nuts.
Do you have ID on you, sir?
Oh,
What's the gallery with the Hackensack Police?
Hey, nice to meet you, Oscar Gallerina. 256, nice to meet you.
Do you have any ID on you?
No, it's chill, Heck yeah.
Yes, everything is chill.
Yeah, they use it for views for sure. That's 100%. But they also use it to practice their First Amendment right, and also to. I'm for police officers, 100%. But sometimes, like if they hear about like some police officer in a certain county or city, like they'll go and they'll rage bait that guy and call him a tyrant or whatever, and make sure that he has to follow the rules while the camera's on him. But that's like, whenever you start messing with like law enforcement, I'm against that, dude. I'm completely against that, because they have a tough job themselves already, man. Give them a break, man. Give them a little slack, you know. But I think that's part of it, you know. And yeah, views is a big part of it for sure.
Chill. My car changed. I don't know.
256 headquarters.
I want it to be deleted.
If there's an issue, you have to go in the store. If he comes in the store, it's,
We don't know who he is, though.
That was chill, right, guys?
Is there any reason you're taping? videotaping these ladies?
Yeah, they're chill.
We're not chill. No, we are not chill. You don't have permission recording us, as you're doing right now.
He's one thing that he's like gaslighting, but he's kind of doing it in a funny way. He's not really being evil about it, you know. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, but that's chill.
He was blocking the door, so then we said, "Can you please?" Yes.
Everything's chill.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Going for this young man.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean by 1A auditor? I don't know if I've. Oh, First Amendment. Okay, got it.
We're just chill. We're vibing now. Heck yeah. But yeah, what should we do now? Are we chill?
Such a troll, bro. He always asks cops like if they want to hang out, and they're like, "Dude, I got work to do. I can't spend time with you." I'm sorry. And like the cops kind of run away from him. He's like, "No, like let's hang out a little bit."
Are we chill or?
I don't know. Are we chill? You tell me.
Yeah, I'm keeping it chill, right?
There you go. I'm chill.
Becca, we're all chill.
Sergeant Briggs.
Sergeant Briggs, nice to meet you.
You too.
273.
Parking enforcement officer was here. I guess he was flagged down by the business owner. Since this gentleman's been out here videotaping it for quite some time, and she asked him not to, and he just continued to videotape. So she was asking if he could leave. I advised her that he wasn't bringing in laws, and that's where we're at now.
As long as whenever people are walking, it's out of the way, not blocking the sidewalk.
That's true.
That's a good question, Posse Track. Petty problems when we got real problems. Why doesn't this guy go film himself picking up trash in the park? Yeah, make the world a better place, dude. Go pick up some trash in the park. But there's something that goes for like being completely stupid, like Kardashian stupid. Actually, she's very smart, but like her content some people find to be like very stupid. But it's just like when your brain is like, oh, you know what, I can just relax a little bit and just like see how creatively stupid someone can be, because he's doing like, he's creating fallacies everywhere in his life and just being absolutely hilarious about it. So it's a different style of comedy, but yeah, it's not for everybody. But I think that also go yourself. That's what GFY means, I think. I don't know. So I think, yeah, but that makes sense. Like, be a sign of good for this world, but also funny's good.
This business owner?
Hey, Asif, nice to meet you.
What's your name?
Asif, told you it was gonna be chill, right? Heck yeah.
Well, I think yeah, but there's reasons for it.
I won't press charges either for the little when she grabbed my camera and all that.
Well, she grabbed your camera.
Oh yeah, well don't worry about it. I won't press charges. It's all good.
Did you come in the police headquarters yesterday?
No, I wasn't at the police precinct yesterday. Why would I be there? Anyways, how's your day going?
Are you gonna take a picture of me taking your picture?
Yeah, isn't that chill?
No, we'll just do it cool.
It's like the
together,
Matrix
right?
or whatever.
Go.
Heck yeah, that's so chill. Yo, I love that angle, Are we on dapping terms? There we go, Beck, yeah, my dude.
Nice to meet you.
You too,
I
Sergeant.
hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Likewise, Sergeant.
And remember, anybody that's in public is allowed to record anybody that's in public.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I think the cops are like, after a while, they're like, oh, he's a innocent. He's not. He doesn't mean any harm, dude. He seems like a cool dude. He's just a comedian.
Sir, would you like a chair? Out here I have chairs that you can sit down.
Oh, no, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Nice
Have a good day.
Nice meeting you, sir.
Oh, you too, Sergeant.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, y'all, much love. Officer Garrett, what's up?
Yeah, he's an inspiration. He's a really cool guy. There you go, Captain Black. Yeah. That's actually what he wanted to say, because they're like, oh, we're gonna call the police. And he's like, you're gonna say police? He's like, no, we're gonna call the police. He's like, what are you gonna say please for? And because that's what he wants, that's what gets him the views. That's what gets him in front of the cops. And the cops are like, come on, don't call me over here for a First Amendment auditor. It's a waste of my time. But anyways, yeah, we're going live every day of 2026. So make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and love having you all here on the lives. And we're gonna keep on getting it better and better. And how do you guys like this like mix up of like a little bit of comedy, a little bit of politics? I think sometimes when we get too political, it's cool, but we need to do like the, I'm thinking maybe kind of break it up a little bit more of like political comedy, those types of things. And also, you know, taking requests and doing all that type of stuff and doing it all together. But anyways, thank you for being here. You guys mean so much to me, and girls. And yeah, if anyone is spreading hate or just, you know, drinking too much haterade, trying to bring you down, let that roll off of your back like water does off of a duck's back. And I love you. The Lord loves you. Take care of yourself. And until next time, enjoy. Follow your dreams.